Oh, there we go. I see why. Okay. Let me know in the comments now. I'm an idiot. I just didn't even have myself added to the stream. Wow. Okay, good. Yeah, I was just dumb. I didn't even click add to stream. I had my mic set up, but oh, honestly, I mean, if we can get a nice little push up above these highs and get a reversal, I might take a sell, but it's just counter daily bias, so I want to be very picky with it. Really, for me, if I went along, I want either these lows to be taken, or ideally, I'd like all of this to get taken out, but we might not see that during the AM session. We'll see. Oh, somebody said close their Bitcoin long at 4R. I'm with you. I mean, I got a little more than 4R, but I closed it way fucking early. Talk about would have been done trading for like, and I closed too much. Like this, I didn't get 11R on it. I closed a lot of it really early. Pain, max pain. And that was on the funded too. So you know how that goes. God, I don't even want to. Fuck. That would have been a nice little salary if I would have held that. Yeah, like you said, you can't be mad at 4R though when you missed a little. I mean, there's always another trade. And good morning to everybody too. I was wondering why there was so many fucking comments. Everyone's like, "Yo, there's nothing going on." That's funny. My bad, guys. But I mean, really looking at SPX pre-market entry up here, but it was just too close to equity open for me to really take anything there. But I mean, I look at this like a break structure, the downside displacement, not necessarily any form of fair value gap to trade off of the 15-minute. But when I look at this, I see the SMT divergence push up into this right here. Also, ideally, if my bias is up, I want to see more movement down. So I'm leaning more towards maybe an early morning sell and then then into longs. I won't force anything. Yeah, ideally, what I'd like is to be able to catch potential buys down in this region. We'll see if that plays out, but not going to force anything counter trend yet. They said 50. Oh, yeah, that would have been fun. Tokyo session been going wild lately. Yeah, on crypto, Tokyo is pretty clean a lot of the time. You'll see that expansion starting around like 9 p.m. Into the late night hours. So I think we could have some chop as well going up into the FOMC at 12. A lot of money is getting moved around. A lot of big players are sidelined, or at least have a narrative that they're going to push along with the however the FOMC goes. Now it's not necessarily a high impact news event. I think it's just one of the members speaking, but I think it's a medium impact is what they have it classified as. But it'll definitely cause some volatility. Which one is it? UCAD? Yeah, is this 24? Yeah, I saw you hit that. I saw that. That was nice. Honestly, I misworded it. Where is she? I wanted this. I wanted a long at this one, but it just said fuck me. It just went fucking straight to the races. Nice. Right here. Yeah. Yeah, I want this zone still. I think it could still be a nice opportunity up here. Yeah, I wish I was watching a little bit earlier this morning. I was like, fuck, because I can see where I would have entered, but I didn't get to my desk until like 7:15. No, it's not. I have alerts set. Just I wanted to take UJ as well. Similar setup on UJ, and then where is it? Dollar Swissy had a nice little liquidity rate. Like, look at this. So on the daily, we took out that low, went straight into this imbalanced, small imbalance, and this daily demand zone. It actually didn't touch the demand zone, but it went this imbalance, rated the low. Look at that. Like, that is so clean. This tells me we almost might want to come up and, yeah, I wanted to short away up here, just left. But as soon as I see something like that, I'm usually like a little hesitant. Looks like stocks are doing something. Hold on. Yeah, we're starting to get that morning movement. Bro, I don't even want to talk about that shit, bro. That shit had me sad as fuck, bro. Okay, so I deleted the position size, or maybe I hit it. Now you saw it. I shorted it. So basically it came up here, and then I shorted it right here on this candle. And I just targeted, I think, like, I can't remember. It was like 2.25 R, something like super small like that. But and then it stopped me out of break even after. I mean, I took most of the profits. So it was like a little runner, but SPY's getting super volatile right now. That wick though. Didn't take, oh, I did take that little low. I don't know if that's what I would consider what I need for a buy, but he came off of it pretty nice. I still want lower. And today's one of those days I have no problem with being sidelined, especially with the news coming up. Hey, JL, my boy, how you feeling today? Hell yeah. You got that. You got that revenge on Bitcoin. You sleepy? Did you just have a TP set or? Oh, you did just say that. Nice. Oh yeah, for sure. Nice. Bro, hell yes. Fucking everybody congratulate JL. Fuck yeah, bro. Hell yes. Welcome to the funded gang. Yeah, you got the bottom tick. Oh shit. Nice. Nice, bro. Maybe we should have been watching NASDAQ and not SPY. You know, I meant for like the little morning. This entry, I wouldn't take it here. Yeah, I do too. That's what I was saying on US 30, and I fucking caught the bottom and closed it early as shit, bro. Because I don't like trading 30. Yeah, I was like the bottom, bro. Yeah, and that's why I had it, bro, and I cut that bit. I mean, it was a good trade, but I cut that bitch at like 2.5 R just because I was like, I mean, I can't be mad at it because I was following my system and, you know, being a good guy, good trader, a responsible trader. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, I mean, theoretically, I mean, I want lower than this. Like usually, I usually don't look for a rate on a high that was created after 8:30. But it's reacting to this low how I would want it to react to another low. But I gotta stay disciplined. It's like this setup. I mean, it broke structural displacement, but it's just the time of this high I don't like. Just right before the market opens. So usually I want to see something like this get rated or this get rated, preferably this because it goes into an imbalance as well. That's another thing with this. It's not going into any POI. So I'll just wait. Forever hold my peace if I get left in the dirt. Oh, somebody said no sounds from Discord. That's weird. Should. Somebody said, what do I think of NOS? Overall, I think it's coming up into this imbalance. Where I wanted to take it this morning. See, NOS was actually cleaner, to be quite honest with you. I just wasn't watching it. Yeah, NOS looks cleaner than Spike. See this, we rated a low like with yeah. I mean, I feel like, to be honest, if I was in NOS, I would have probably taken a good bit of it though, because we already came up to the buy side, but it could very well go higher. It just really depends, because the thing that right now that I am seeing, but it could be changed. It has to be confirmed by another lower low. But as the NOS is making a higher high and S&P isn't, but until one of them makes a lower low, it doesn't really matter. What's corn doing? Yeah, honestly, corn, if I can get a nice I'm gonna delete this now, but this a nice displacement break of structure here, I'll build a narrative for shorts, but I wouldn't just take it on that. I'd need all the time frames to shift bearish, because after a run like that, I think that there's a decent chance we could come up and take all this. But I also look at this as a big area of institutional involvement. This wick down. If I think we go to like a 1 hour, yeah, it's this massive order block, or well, little, I guess, buy to sell range. But that's where we shorted Ethereum from. Was this, I think, the same time period? Or no, this is older. I'm sorry. This is much older. I'm tripping. This is where we shorted Ethereum from. ETH, on the other hand, it took buy side. I was talking about this in chat last night, but this was a pretty clean just deviation setup. I wish I'd have longed it here. But I mean, you had the little range right here. Price took out the lows and then came up, and this was just a mitigation and liquidity raid. But whenever I was watching this, I saw this more as just a sell off. But now I see, in hindsight, yeah, it's for a Friday. It's kind of odd. I think with a lot of stuff, it's a lot of developing setups, but not necessarily stuff that I personally want to take just yet. SPX is just straight chilling in this fair value gap, but I don't trust it for some reason. Well, I know what reason, not just some reason, but just because with a low we rated. So I said Bitcoin bearish, daily order block to our breaker. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I could definitely see downside from here for Bitcoin. I mean, this would be the potential end of the AMD model, with the distribution consisting of 3 candles. Is it a daily zone too? Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? Weekly gap filled, daily gap filled. Yeah, I think it's developing. I'm waiting. I mean, I want to get a displacement move under this, and from there, I want price to come up, because we did touch the zone and sweep. So now that's checked off for me. I want to see it move down, and then just start to see that introduction of supply respected, but won't force anything there either. Oh yeah, I see it. Yep. Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, we stay looking at the same stuff, the same perspectives. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, SPY's coming off that low, nice, but yeah, Nasdaq was clean. Oh yeah, that was the move for SPY. Well, I guess the one thing I can see here is that if one of the indices gives that setup, they probably are both going to run. But should have just been watching NAS, but it's okay. Still want us to make a higher high here, which I think they will. I think there are some that don't. I know, like, I mean, there's a lot that let you pay with crypto, but it's kind of like, you know, there are inherent risks to that. I mean, I would rather verify myself and know my money's safe most of the time, you know. But I mean, it's if there's whatever reason you don't want to do that, I'm sure there's options. If you do a funded, you definitely have to. So that's. I mean, yeah. As I say, I mean, if you're any, but I feel like if you can't, then you really shouldn't even be trading your own money either. Well, yeah, it's all just percents. That's why, like, people that think in dollars, bro, are like, it's not healthy. You want to go to a sad place? Go to the fucking My Forex Fund's Facebook page. You want to go to a real sad place? I wish everybody could hear this on the stream, but no, the announcement is noon, by the way. Somebody asked that. Oh, I know you did. I know that earlier you weren't saying just in general. I because here's the thing, like it's reasonable. Like whenever somebody's like, you know, X amount doesn't matter. Like I get what you're saying. Like I genuinely understand. I don't mean to come off like I don't understand, but I promise you that that's not a success mindset in trading. That's like when I'm honest with certain people. Like some people, I've been asked, like, "Yo, what if I have $150 port?" I'll straight up just be like, "Don't trade. There's no point." Because you're gonna have expect because like I mean theoretically, if you could really manage that and be realistic and understand that it's a numbers game and you know you can really grasp that, then yeah, sure, like trade. But most people can't, which again, it's reasonable. But it's like, to expect, like, for instance, if you had $100 port and you made it a $200, you just did like you did an amazing feat in the world of trading. Like, you just 2x your port. Like, bro, that's like ridiculous shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, NASDAQ was the play, bro, for sure. But I'm going to note that mentally that if the S&P doesn't give the setup I want, but NASDAQ does, then, to look at the S&P as well. But I should have been watching both screens. I need to get another screen because I need two screens. I hate doing the split screen shit. I can't even do it. I can't do that shit. Yeah, I've got two already, but I want these two plus ultra wide, so it'd be like 4. But I cannot do this shit, bro. I don't care how big of a screen I have because the ones I have, they're 32-inch curved. Like they're big screens too, but I can't do that shit, bro. Especially trading view. Like it literally doesn't, for me, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's probably user error, but no matter what, I literally like cannot get it to fucking save. Like every time I open the other app, I can click save, I click apply settings to all this shit, and I'll have like old drawings and different drawings, and I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do it. Exactly. It's just I don't like being frustrated when I'm trading. Yeah, right. What's up? This is even cleaner than the S&P. Anytime you take out that sell side, you want to look for I mean, it never even gave an entry though, but you want to look for the first break of any high. Like I would have said this would have been your high, and then you look for a fair value gap. Oh yeah, I'm sure. No, it did. No, but let's actually. You can. I mean, you literally can catch them like that. Look, it did. Look at that. But it's like, yeah, I was testing and entertaining the idea of confirming, like not this, but like once price got back into the fair value gap, confirming it with that. But the results were too inconsistent for me. Like it was cool sometimes, it's like, oh my God, here's a 40R, but it's like, here's another like what dude, especially if you're unfunded, like, because here's the thing is like a lot of those strategies, like people that like a lot of the people that are yeah, literally a lot of the people that are posting shit on Twitter and shit about they're always hitting 20R and like these Instagram accounts that are just like these god tier traders and it's all hindsight fucking replay mode TA. Like there's nothing wrong with teaching in hindsight. I mean you kind of have to. You don't, I mean, not always. We do stuff live here, but I do a lot of hindsight too. So I'm not hating on hindsight, but like I fucking hate the narrative that like social media traders push where like they always just go back and find the 1 minute entry and it's like 50R. It's like, bro, these dudes are demo traders a lot of the time. Now, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like 90% of the people doing that shit are on demo. But I mean, yeah, exactly. You can catch those entries. Like I used the one, like hell, I caught a pretty clean entry on Bitcoin last night. I mean, given I trimmed it way before it hit, 10, 11, or it was probably a 5 hour, actually a little less than 5 hour trade total because it trims. But like, I feel like that notion of like, your average R is 10R, but you have a 20% win rate. Like good luck trading that on a funded. Have fun with your fucking mental health. Yeah, exactly. That's it. What's up, Fern? How you doing? Shit, hell yeah. Actually, I got on the ball really early this morning. Did my little morning routine. Felt good. $5. It was like $2 and it already had ran 100%. You said, what is it, Luna Classic? No, Luna 2. Is it, what's the ticker? Is it Luna 2? Yeah, I guess this. Bro, what the fuck? Do Kwon strikes again. Bro, I know people that bought this when it was, no, that was the regular, that was the other Luna that people bought when it was like fucking nothing and made a bunch of money off of it. But tell me why this chart actually looks fire. Like this actually look, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like down here, no, not now. Yeah, no. But like, look at that little bop, 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 bam. Oh yeah, the Do Kwon's about to fucking strike. He's got to get his money so he can fucking move to fucking Tahiti and hide and change his name and pay for plastic surgery. I'm surprised he isn't dead, bro. Like dead ass. He must like either. I guess I don't know. Yeah, but just like the amount of money and the amount of people that were like, involved in that, you'd think like they could fucking. I mean, I guess he made a bag. I mean, he's obviously. I don't know if anybody watched that interview. But I watched that interview with him. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's crazy. Like, oh yeah, Algo. I see you're talking about That's what I'm looking to. Well, 4070, I think, is what I have on this chart. That's probably the same level. It's like, well, that happened fast. Somebody asked at the beginning of the stream what I thought about NOS, and I was like, it's probably going here. Just goes straight there. I was telling somebody last night that we were going to pump too. And I told people Tesla was going to, somebody was arguing with Tesla, and I was like, dog, it's about to pump. Because the wrong thing. On the 5 minute? Oh, this shit right here. Oh my God. Yeah, because mine's not. No, I deleted all that shit because I don't even use it. I just deleted that like 2 days ago. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this actually. Yeah, that's what I've been targeting. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's moves sometimes to be had, but they're very quick. Like, it's the thing is too, like you got to remember what you're doing because like a lot of people, I feel like everybody just wants the stock market to just crash all the time now, which it probably will more, but it's like you said, whenever you're at the hell yeah. I'm actually on YouTube. I'm about to turn the stream off and then also turn it back on so people can hear. So guys, give 1 second. Because I know they're probably just like sitting there thinking I'm just dead silent. I forget. That should be good now. But no, I fucking, what was it? I think it's, yeah, no, Tesla. I was telling, bro, I think Tesla, call me like a crazy person, but I mean, I don't know. It could not, but I really like these highs on Tesla up here.
Yep.
Or at least this. I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
like those got taken out and then come back down to the downside after that. Oh, this morning was a great morning.
Yeah, I took a GJ trade and then ended up, where is it? I wonder what happened to. I got stopped at break even. That's probably, oh wow, that's always nice. Kind of had a feeling I stopped it too early, but I was kind of not rushing stuff just because today's news. And it was kind of aggro. So like the reason I took it was I refined this 4-hour supply down to a 15-minute, and I used the 1-minute confirmation, but I wanted to be a little bit more. Like I took about 30% here and break even stops just because the 15-minute hadn't gone bullish yet theoretically. Like for me, really, it's not until it's above that. So I had this as a target, like a potential target, but you know, I'm kind of like, I mean, it could definitely go there. Like I see a displacement seems like it wants to go up, but I just was a little bit more conservative. I have some limits set for down here on GU, and I move this.
Yeah, that looks really nice.
Yeah.
Get that sell side out of there too.
Yeah.
Get that imbalance. Yeah, that looks nice. I have that same POI.
Nice. Yeah, I just want to get that confirmation because it seems like it's a little going to be an accumulation, manipulation, distribution on the lower time frames because we see how we came up, we deviated from the range, but this a little choppy. I think this might actually be the range, so we might see one more push above this into like this imbalance over here, dip down, deviate again,
yeah.
And then I'll just look for a market structure break.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I like it. Bro, what is it with fucking all the people on goddamn Twitter just talking shit about Queen Elizabeth? I was like, damn, everybody just clowning on like I was like, damn, that's
because she's super
people
racist,
don't wait, bro. They don't wait no more.
Is that why?
During her reign, she did a lot of nasty things to other countries around the world.
Oh, okay, that might make more sense than because I was one. That's why I was genuinely like, damn, like I don't keep up with it.
Her history is as bad as the Japanese. Yeah, her history is as bad as the Japanese history, and the Japanese try to hide their history, you know. But
I have
the Japanese tried to massacre the fucking Koreans, bro, because Korea used to belong to Japan up to 1945, and prior to that, they would go in and fucking pillage and rape and kill all the people, men, women, and children in Korean towns when they tried to invade and shit. Some pretty nasty stuff that they try to keep hush hush.
Let's see what ICT just tweeted. I'm sorry to interrupt, but no, I mean that makes more sense to be honest. Because that's why I was like, dude, there has to be something like going on, like legit.
Oh, there we go. We're breaking out on the S&P. We hit that level.
S&P is gonna make me cry. I just got this alert.
He was
Let's see what
going
this
off
said.
last week.
Bro, dude, that shit was funny. Like that space, I was like, holy fuck. Like, wait, what is it? No. Why that's fucking I hate Twitter ads, bro.
Right there.
So he said something like he said, since everyone was interested in my homes, this is my latest acquisition. Damn, he's wild just posting that on there.
I would not fucking give any type of address out.
Yeah,
They're
that's
all big,
insane.
bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
If you don't like me, here's my address.
I mean, I'm
People are
sure
crazy.
he's
I
got
wouldn't
the
do that.
strap. ICTs definitely would shoot somebody. You hear him on that stream? He's shooting.
He says what he said last week was it killed me.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really entertain all that. Like, but here's the thing that I will say, the only comment I have on it, like, I get it that there's like the dude who's, whatever, like Vinny or whatever, that took the video and is like, oh yeah, it's like he's a fraud and shit. And it's like I don't really give a fuck what the dude has or any of that shit.
Real.
First off, too, I mean, I'm not saying it was a mansion, but like that house wasn't a piece of shit. But I get it. It wasn't like what people, I guess, expected. But I mean, like, another thing too with like ICT, he's an old cat. Like usually people like that, like the people
They
that
don't spend their money.
That's
like
what I'm
that.
saying, bro. The people that I know that are older that are like balling, like truly like balling.
Balling, they don't spend their money like that.
They don't have no.
Bro, they
fucking
live in
mansion and shit.
condos in Miami that sometimes don't even belong to them, that they just rent and write off through their company.
Exactly, bro.
Like,
That's what
and
I'm
if you
saying.
think about it, they're making fun of this man's house when people are paying more money to live in a condo in like 1,000 square feet versus
Yeah.
the size of his house. So like, trying to make fun of that guy is.
He said, "Send your Christmas cards later this year. I will enjoy reading them by the fireplace."
That's wild.
That shit's funny. Yeah, but that's another thing. People are like, "Oh, like talking shit." I'm just like, okay, like whatever. But like, if you try to say that shit doesn't work, you just haven't used it. But at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he invented this shit. I don't know. I don't really care. But I feel like it was so like how many people got involved with that? Like I was like, Jesus Christ, bro! Like these motherfuckers. I was like, what is this? Like Jake Paul beef with like Andrew Tate or something?
Jake Paul.
I was
Yo,
like,
guys.
have like a celebrity fucking trader boxing match.
Can you look at gold?
Yeah, I wanted to. Okay, it's.
Yeah,
I'm chilling on
that
it for
district
now.
right there. Yeah, where would you wanna? I was just looking for a potential upside.
That's
where
what
you
I'm
would
looking
see
for
it.
too. So, like for instance, what I'm here's the conflicting thing with me is. So when I marked this little impulse move, we came into a premium. Looks like a potential little 3 drive, but this to me didn't. That kind of I don't know. It's weird for the 3 drive narrative to do that. So I'm like when I'm looking just at the 4 hour and not, well, I guess I couldn't say ignoring because I can't ignore that, but just looking at this, I just see bullish order flow. So until that, until it's not, I'm kind of just chilling. But what I would wait.
Where's it at? Fucking trying to see. I know it just hit 1 hour supply, so it absorbed that and went down just now.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it hits the EQ of that 4 hour POI. Kind of what we both have on our chart.
Yeah. I would like another sweep into this. Like ideally, I would want, like you said, I wanted to go deeper and take out the early traders and then maybe it'll have some structure to actually confirm, something like that. But I don't think it'll even be today. I could be wrong, but. And then
because I wanted to short it this morning, but gold's crazy with the stops.
Yeah, another thing too with gold, man, that so fun fact, my second phase evaluation, gold was my most traded asset. I only traded gold, Bitcoin, and the S&P. That's the only things. One NASDAQ trade, but other than that, it was just gold, Bitcoin, and the S&P, and mainly gold and the S&P. And all I traded on gold, it was no supply and demand, just liquidity rates. That's it. Like for instance, there was one probably this morning on the 1 hour. Well, actually, I wouldn't have. I was just something like this right here. So I would wait till we got above a wick on the 15-minute for the most part.
Yeah, it gave a sell.
And then I would go like here on the 1 minute. There you go. It's right here. Like, look at this. So like as soon as you get something like this right there, I would just sell like this. I'd immediately sell, or just as soon as we came back in the fair value gap, would have done this, and I was just doing either fixed 2R or the next liquidity target. Like this is exactly what I would have done. Right
Yeah,
there.
with gold, that's all you need to.
And it's so usually it's faster than this. This would have actually been a little finicky. Usually it's like, I mean,
It
it's
gave
crazy.
you the entry on the 15-minute 24. Why didn't you take it?
The 50 currently?
Yeah. Look at the displacement, fair value gap displacement. You get into it right there in the displacement of the fair value gap when the wick came back up. And then you caught that short. You go to the fair value gap where Casper has a sting right there. That's the next area of liquidity.
Go look at my journal.
You're talking up here?
ETM.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Because we rated the previous highs, that accumulation, or well, not really, the distribution schematic that I had printed there. If you look at it, rated previous London highs, right?
And
so we
hit
rated
supply.
Tokyo 2, created the supply right there, boom, traded into supply, came down into the fair value gap, and you're done trading, bro, because that right there, low risk, bro, it's the EBO.
Right.
Yeah, go look at my journal.
I'll go look at it.
I mean,
You know.
I kind of wanted to short up here too when I came to my desk, but it gave the confirmation, but it was just gone. Again, I'm just really like, now that I have this funded, bro, I'm like so fucking patient.
Passive.
Yeah, passive. Exactly. Like I don't even care. Like I was.
You
don't
don't have a goal, you know.
I mean, I
just
do, but like I don't.
I mean, like, oh yeah.
I don't.
Personally, I was talking about for the firm.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I do, but I don't like have to hit it or lose the account type shit. So I'm just kind of like I'm just taking it day by day. I'm developing a super. So I said, why is it sad? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm guessing maybe something about the queen. I don't know. So I said, can I check Sol and TRB? Yeah, sure. Fuck TRB. I'm just kidding. Shit fucking hurt my feelings. Sol is
fucking
now
oracles, bro.
Sol has now went exactly. Look at that. That was another trade that. So Sol and TRB, actually, it's funny. Those are the two losses I took last week. We meet again. It came up right to where I wanted at least. But honestly, I would look for a potential reversal here. So I'm just going to delete everything there. So look at that. So I look at that as potential reversal.
Oh, it just gave entry.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, I'm not going to take this, but it doesn't look bad here. Are you talking about this right here, 24?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not in any rush to short shit before FOMC.
News, yeah.
It's clean though, but if, just at a glance at a leaky, I would look for. I mean, we got a 4 hour.
You could potentially find redistro soon.
Yeah, I would say like. Yeah, no, I mean, to be quite honest, this could shit pretty hard. Like, I would be looking for like an absolute minimum. Actually, I'd probably look for longer than this. But down in these regions or these lows, even. I mean, if this is redistribution, you'd probably just look for the sell side down here. But you got that nice liquidity rate at the upside. Break structure down, a little flip because you didn't get the closure. Flip the demand and the supply right here. Now you look like you're going to the downside. For TRB, so TRB is our nice TRB trade, just slow stair stepper to pain. SOL and TRB were the only losses we took last week, though. So this actually doesn't look bad here at all either for shorts. But I don't think it's actually. Let's see.
I need to fix my sleep schedule.
I'm getting
you going to the weekends, bro. I guess fucked up.
Bro, you messaged me last night at 3. It was like, wake me up in basically like an hour and a half. Like, this man's not waking up.
I mean, I've been so what I've been doing is since I take naps intraday because it helps me avoid trading during lunch hours because you don't want to trade at lunch. If you trade at lunch, your portfolio is going to take a punch, B, because there's no volume,
You're just
there's
lick
no
at that
money.
point.
Yeah. So to avoid that, I go and I take a nap during lunch hour. I wake up and then I start trading.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I don't
even
enough
trade. I just
sometimes.
look at it. Yeah. I
Like-
just look at it. And if there's a setup there, you know,
There's
I
just
take
like,
it. If not, then I'm like, whatever, man. There's another day.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Another day, another dollar.
Honestly,
Because I mean, a lot of people try to trade every day, and that's kind of not the move.
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, TRB, I mean, you know, for one, I feel like this coin doesn't really have much volume recently. I don't know what's going on with it. It's just kind of being accumulated or what, but I mean, if anything, I would look for sells down into like this candle here because we see that liquidity rate down here. You're above these highs in the fair value gap. The 15-minute has changed to a bearish structure. I'm using this candle because it's the one that took liquidity from this candle. And if I look here, we just want to see a 5-minute come under this low, new supply introduced, and you can kind of layer it throughout like that. But again, I just wouldn't rush into stuff before news. I know it's hard, but like for instance, I'll be honest with you, Sol looks like a nice sell here. But my rules are I'm not going to enter something that, for me, this would be more of like a swing trade. I'm not going to enter it till after this news comes out. So I mean, is there a good chance of it just going to the pits without me? Sure, but like that's okay with me, and it's good. Like I remember reading trade in the zone really will help a lot of people because I see so many people have the fear, like everyone just thinks of FOMO. Like it's way more than FOMO. There's the fear of, FOMO is like a monster in different forms as well. So like it can be the fear of being wrong, the fear of losing, and news is coming out at 12 stone. But it's the sooner you eliminate the possibility to have a painful outcome in the market, like if you're okay with taking a loss, you're okay with being wrong, you're okay with missing a trade, you start to just view things more objectively and realize like there's always going to be another trade. You know what I mean? Like I actually saw somebody tweet about this. They're talking about how Tiger Woods used to talk about how his biggest breakthrough in his craft in golf was once he realized to eliminate the last swing from his memory. And it's the same thing with trading. And a lot of professional sports players have that mentality. And that's why that book's called Trading in the Zone, because you're not really in the zone until you eliminate all of the, potential pain. Because when you have like that potential pain outcome, your brain will actually filter out the data that you're seeing or the data that you know already to support your own personal narrative. And then you'll start to make decisions based off that. And, but that was my little bit on that. But yeah, overall, Adeliki, both of them look pretty rough, but, we'll see how the day plays out because I think the S&P is going for 4070. Well, SPY, so I guess 407. And then you could see some reversal after that. Who knows? The Fed could come out and say, we're not going into a recession anytime soon. And then GG's to any shorts. Or you can come out and say, it's an emergency. We're planning to hike rates throughout next year or whatever the fuck they want to say. And that can completely just demolish any kind of positioning or narrative that was formerly there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just trimmed on UCAD. Put stops the bottom even.
What's Bitcoin doing? Yeah, crypto's just chilling. The S&P's been fucking railing. Crypto's just chilling.
Yeah.
Somebody said no trading before news doesn't apply to your GU limits. Now I got alerts set for that. I'm gonna wait for the 1 minute to go bullish there. And if it's like right before the news or during lunch hour, then I wouldn't take it. The S&P wants that buy side. I was telling motherfuckers yesterday. I was sitting there arguing with somebody last night. They're like, "Bro, fucking just wait till market open tomorrow. It's just gonna fucking dump before the FOMC." I was like, "I don't think so." Because then they were drawing this as like this is because their rationality was that this weekly gap was why, or was it a daily gap or something? Yeah, this daily.
Yeah, no, it was a daily gap. We gapped up
Where was
yesterday.
It wasn't that gap.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, bro, like this is not.
As soon as we saw that gap up, I was like, yo, this shit's bullish as fuck. Ain't no way.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I put notes in the stock section. I don't even trade stocks, but I literally, here we find it. Hold on. Where's notes? Oh yeah, I put random, but here's some TA for Tesla for the stock boys. And I said it was going to go straight into this weekly imbalance or daily imbalance. Like it was like up here. You see, it was like right there. I said I was going to go straight to this imbalance and then up to this imbalance. And that's exactly what it did. Stocks, bro. Fuck, man. Like you want to talk about smart money concepts working on crypto and like Forex, just go trade stocks, where it's even way more apparent. Makes me want to start. I keep saying this, but I haven't done it. I want to open up a sports betting port and then a what's it called? A sports betting port and then like a little options port. If you guys aren't in Beat the Bookie, you're missing out for sure.
Yeah, that shit's fucking. That's been paying.
Hell yeah.
We're about to be done with fucking MLB and moving into NFL now.
That's all I've ever really bet on in the past is NFL. My NFL betting is funny. It was like so degen. It was literally, I did like not great all year. And then I didn't know how to bet. Like I just did all parlays, like the stupidest, craziest shit. But I wouldn't bet a bunch. Like I'd bet like $100 to $200 on like fucking 6 and 7 leg parlays. Like it's just funny how I'm like the stereotypical person that makes bookies money at that time. But then I hit one at like the second to last week of the NFL in 2020 and made all my money back and then a little bit more. And then I was just like, well, I had fun, it was cool. And that was when I lived in Temecula in California, and I had a casino like 10 minutes from my house. So it was more of like an event, you know what I mean? Like I went and like, it was just fun to go do. Somebody said, check out ADA. Pretty sure this ended up coming. We've been in this for a while now. It almost stopped us out at break even. I'm actually glad you said that. I don't even like look at my Binance. It's just on straight autopilot. Depending on what Bitcoin does, I might cut the rest of it. But we almost got stopped out at break even on this one. So close. That's whenever you get that good entry. Price kind of repels away from it. But yeah, I mean, really here with ADA, I'd almost want to look for these highs right here, or right, this high into this imbalance right here up into the breaker.
Yeah.
But it's kind of just coiling up. I like trading ADA. I wish it was on MFF. That's the next thing I'm going to do is going to be a True Forex Funds challenge, and I'm going to use that for crypto because MFF's good and all, but like for one, ETH's about untradeable. You're literally, it's a $4 spread, like $4 full dollars that you're just down. I'm like, damn, bro, that's savage. And then you on Bitcoin, you got like a $20 to $25 spread, which isn't terrible, but then you only have Litecoin and Dash. Why is that? Why is Dash on like all Forex brokers? Like, who the fuck wants to trade Dash?
That's one of the OG
That
coins.
shit's
No,
funny.
I know, but I'm just like, dude, like, motherfuckers, like, get with the times. Like, Dash, like, Litecoin's cool. Litecoin actually trades really nice, but the spreads on it are like unplayable too. I remember whenever I had like Prosperity, like the way they had XLM and stuff set up, I was like, does anybody just like ever look at this? It was literally like your contract size was like 10 on XLM. I'm not kidding. So it was like you would have had to open like thousands of lots to like actually do anything. It's literally like, every 100 lot was like a fucking, it was like $10 of or like $1 of margin with 100 or something stupid like that. Like I remember I was like, am I like doing this wrong or something? That was when I didn't really get MT4 as much.
Once you get it, you feel like you're in the Matrix back when the Matrix came out because of the fucking layout, and you're just being a hacker because you're making money off of smart money concepts. Great.
Right.
Bro, their URL is just so bad.
What is it?
Their like MT4's website
Oh
on the
man.
desktop
I
is just
bet.
god off. I can't do it. I do it on my phone.
Yeah. Oh no, I tried, bro. I really tried. But I can't do it, bro. It's cool though. I will say there's something like kind of cool about it. There's like a novelty to it where it's like, kind of I don't know. There's something about it that makes you want to do it, but yeah, I can't do it.
Might go take a nap soon. This shit's boring as fuck. Waiting for that 8 o'clock.
Yeah, update Discord on my PC because it like won't let me tag. I don't know if you guys notice that I always am like I send a message and then I tag like in a different message. It's because for whatever reason it won't, like my computer won't tag. Like
Did
it does
you update
sometimes.
your Discord?
That's what I'm saying. I need to. I don't. I guess I just never check for updates on it.
It's just a little green arrow at the top right, if you have one. It's next to the little inbox button. By
Oh
the
no, so
question
yeah,
mark.
no, I don't have one then. So I don't know why it does that. I
You're
know
up to
that.
date then. That's weird.
Yeah, it was doing that for some. I think it was JL. It was doing that for. I don't know.
Yes, for my computer does that too sometimes. I don't know why.
Yeah,
But
it's
sometimes
weird.
it does work.
I think we're going for that level I've been looking for.
4070.
We tapped that already. The next level.
Wait, a tap 4070.
Yeah, we tapped 4072. We cleared that. We're at 4078.25.
Okay, mine's a little different then. That's why I was like, where mine's at. Mine's still at 4059. That's why I was like, what? Like I just looked at that shit. No, it's going.
Yeah,
for
mine's
that.
at 4060.
It might be ES that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Which is, it's honestly the better one, but the only thing I don't like about ES is the daily chart sometimes. Like I know it's weird because that's the one you want to go off of, but I had it set, and then there was like a couple times when there were imbalances that showed on like the CFD charts that didn't show on it, which I know that sounds like completely backwards because these are just actually, you want to know a fun fact about CFDs on Forex brokers. So I think it's like,
These are
I can't remember if it's FTMO or if it's MF. There's like one of these big firms. When you're trading like indices,
Mhm.
you're actually not trading anything. There's no real asset. They just literally pay the people who win with the people who lose money. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Like, and then they keep the lost money. It's like a huge thing in Forex brokers. I was like, oh my god, they're making so much money. Well, not the fundeds. I don't think they would. They're making. They're not really making. They're just mitigating losses. But then like the Forex brokers that are just brokers that do that. Oh my gosh.
Like right now on ES, I'm looking for, what was it, 4103, which is the 50% of the daily imbalance on there.
Does anybody ever have like MetaTrader just never fucking refreshes? You just have to cancel the app and open it again?
Yeah.
Dude. These motherfuckers made this shit in like 98 and we're like, run with it.
Oh, well, yeah, I wonder why they just don't
I mean,
do
shit.
anything about it.
I
mean, I
know
guess
I'm
they
not
make enough
switching.
money.
Yeah, I know I'm not switching. So, somebody asked, as regards for my Forex funds, have I taken a look at OFP funding accounts? I've never heard of it.
Prosperity
OFP.
has 35% off funded accounts. Costs you $715 for a 200K account.
Ooh,
That's pretty fire.
So that means a 25K account comes out to like $100 and something dollars. 50K is 100. It's like $200. 100K is like $300.
that's not bad at all.
It's not.
So that's the fee that you pay to get the account to try and pass these tests you guys keep talking about?
Yeah.
So he said just got Trading in its own PDF, perfect for the weekend. Hell yeah. No, it's a really good book. It's a really easy read too. It's like 200 pages. I mean, if you dedicate an hour
Okay.
a day, like it's fine. Like for instance, this morning before I got on here, what I do is I have a book that I always keep with me on my desk, and if I ever notice that I'm like sitting there like degenning, I'm not actually degenning, but like looking. You get in that mode where like you get in the morning, like this morning I did it. So I came to my desk, I saw USD CAD, and this started going. I was like, you bitch. And then I was looking at UJ, and I was like, motherfuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, everything. And then I was in GJ, and it stopped me at entry, and I was looking at it, and I was like, this shit looks like it's gonna. It didn't actually go where I wanted it to, though. I will say, I wanted to come here. I have an alert set,
Almost.
but yeah. So once I got that slightest bit of like where I was kind of like I'm like I was literally I caught myself like this, just like I'm like looking at different charts. I'm like, bro, you just looked at this chart, like nothing has changed. So at that point, I just pop my book open, start reading. Like I've got my alert set. I know what I'm looking for. If I don't get that, oh yeah, I wanted to review this too. Oil trade. Algo, you
What's
remember
the book?
Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas? It's fucking. I swear, every trader should read that book. I've read it 3 times.
His other book is good as well.
I haven't read Disciplined Trader yet. I've read like excerpts from it, and I had a PDF of it. Me personally, I don't absorb shit well from PDFs. But honestly, I kind of want to short oil soon. But I want to wait for the 4 hour to. Actually, I don't know. It could come up higher. Still at a discount. But yeah, reading a book like when you're at your desk is a nice little change of scenery sometimes. That and it just kind of like, have you ever like you're trading and it's not like like especially if you're doing bad, this will happen. But even if you're not doing bad, but you're not like, killing shit or not in a trade, you kind of just get that. Like I was saying, you just start searching. You know what I mean? Like you start just looking around. Anytime I get the slightest feeling of that, if you know how you feel like after you get that, then you go outside or go do something. You're just like, okay, this is nice breath of fresh air. You're not in front of that screen. Like that, that feeling, I get that from reading too. Like if I just look down and keep, just start reading, it just kind of like resets and rebalances your mindset. This oil trade was pretty clean. We were in stock chat yesterday. My power went out actually like right after I got into this, and I couldn't place a stop because I realized, bro, I live in the middle of a city of 200,000 people, right? I don't live in the middle of nowhere, and my power went out. And tell me why my Verizon, I didn't have enough fucking signal to like use Discord.
That's shitty.
Yeah, bro. I was over here like my girl was laughing because I was like, yeah, fuck this. We're switching to T-Mobile. I was like, look up something. I was dead ass serious. I was dead. I was dead ass serious, bro. Like I was like, look up. I was like, see what kind of deals they got offering people from Verizon because this shit ain't working.
Bro, I own my phone and I use fucking AT&T prepaid. Fuck that.
Yeah, I probably should do something like that.
I just pay fucking $40 a month for limited everything until they do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah. This crude oil trade I took, the whole logic for it, Hunter was just like, yeah, look at oil. And I was like, okay. And it was like, I look at it, and then I think it was a weekly fair value gap right here. So obviously we've got a nice reaction off it. It wasn't like this then. Then I looked and was like, oh, 4 hours now bullish, right? As far as an internal structure. I really focus on internal structure way more than anything. I don't even like half the time watch swing, like how Photon, like they teach like the swing structure. I mean, I know it holds some value. I'm not sitting there saying it doesn't work, but I just care about internal structure. That's all I really watch. But I looked, so okay, 4 hours breaking up inside a weekly imbalance. This could be something. And then on this wick, like when we got that, there was news too. It was better than expected, and it wicked the fuck down. Right, I was like, oh yeah, I know what this is. I entered that shit. That was just, I just entered it. Like on that candle right there, stop loss under the wick. I was like, there's no damn reason we go lower than that. But it was such a baby position because it was so fast. Like it moved very quickly, and I knew it was going to. Like I literally tried to put it in like down here, but I was like looking, and I was like contract size, it's 100. Oh fuck! I was doing the math. I was like just enter, and I entered like way lighter. I knew it was lighter. I didn't just like randomly. I just entered something I knew was so light, just to get a feel for how oil moves. But I might start watching oil because I know a lot of people say it's like the hardest thing to trade, and it's. But I was looking at a little bit of PA on it, and I was like, it's pretty clean. It's very heavily manipulated, but like the redistribution here was fucking clean as shit. Like, look at that. Right above these equal highs into this little buy to sell range. Displacing the downside. Could have got to enter this fair value gap. I don't know. I like it. It's honestly coming. If I were to find this daily zone down to this, I could, but the way we came off that weekly, I'm not really hunting for a short. Somebody said with OFP, somebody's lit. Somebody's going hard. But somebody said the thing with OFP is that they don't ask for an evaluation period. What do you mean? Like they don't, like you just buy the account? That sounds a little facetious.
It was very dingy.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, because the thing is, bro, like the only reason that these companies are here is because of how much money they make off people failing their account. That's their business. They're not.
Which is like 90%.
Yeah, they're not making, I think it's 97%.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. And
that
then
keeps us funded.
Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, it's like another crazy statistic doesn't make it to the first payout, which I'm like, oh my God, like what the fuck is wrong with people, bro? You're a degen. But, it's like they don't, because some people are like, yeah, I'm sure they really look for like the best traders and they want to build with them. It's like, no, they want you to fail. They would rather make $1,500 or $1,300 or whatever off of literally nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, for off of fucking demo money.
yeah. So it's like that's their business model is people failing. Shit, guys, give me like 2 minutes. I want to go use the bathroom.
Oh man.
If I'm looking at futures charts, what source do I want to use? You know what I mean? Like when you're searching.
What do you mean,
So-
like?
It's all relative to what you like. I use ES1 exclamation. Casper uses SPX or US. What is it? SPX US 500 or something?
500, yeah.
Yeah.
Gucci, what I would do is I would just keep doing what you're doing, and then for Forex, or if, like for funded accounts, do you know how to do lots yet?
I gotta learn that shit still.
Yeah,
I
I'd
miss-
learn that first before you even do anything, and then honestly, I would just go do the small account first. Quick, 5,000 challenge.
All right, I'm back.
What's the fee on that? Like, what website can I look at or to just read the info and stuff?
Okay, so FTMO is like the biggest one. That's like your blue chip prop firm.
Yeah.
MFF, I would say, is the number 2, like as far as like reputation and how big they are. And then you have like the Funded Trader, True Forex Funds. Those are really the 4 that I pay attention to. I don't know why people fucking even entertain Mint funding. That shit is so fucking trash. People like the fucking 15K.
Why?
There's a 1 million. Listen to this. There's a $1 million or $2 million account, and you pay 15K for it, and you can't lose more than like 10,000. It's something like 3% or something, bro. You can't lose. People are like, yeah,
That's stupid.
I'm like, bro, what? They're making so much money off that, bro. But why? Like, here's I'll just tell you right now. Like, another thing with prop firms to stay mindful of is the world is not in a great economic state right now, and a lot of these prop firms are from completely places overseas or far from the United States. So like when you're in the U.S., let's just say the prop firm goes out of business. Well, first of all, you've probably signed contracts that say this is okay, but let's just say they go bankrupt. Well, you just lost your account, which, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but that would kind of suck, especially if that's your main income. And now you have to do a challenge and, not make money for a bit. It's, I mean, it's not the end of the world again, but I would recommend MFF or FTMO. And I don't really see why anybody would ever use FTMO, to be honest, over MFF. I just don't get it because they're to pass is theoretically harder. It's not that much harder. It's like phase 1 and phase 2 you have to make 10% of the account, which MFF you only have to make 8%, then 5%, and you have more drawdown, which I don't think that should be a deciding factor. You shouldn't be looking at it like that, but with sorry, what's it called? Hold on one second, guys. Sorry, I thought my girl was leaving. I was going to tell her bye. But yeah, with FTMO, it's like there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot more ways to fuck up. Which, I mean, if you pay attention, you shouldn't have that issue anyways. But like, for instance, you can't trade on volatile news. You can't hold over the weekend, which I wouldn't do anyways. crypto leverage is like minimal. Like if you're on a regular day trading account, it's only 3x. And then if you're on a swing account, it's literally 1-to-1. You have no leverage with crypto. And then I just don't understand like the benefit. I really don't. I really don't get it.
For gambling addicts.
FTMO. Oh, so never mind. Somebody corrected me. I could be wrong. FTMO phase 2 is 5%, not 10%. Sorry. He's probably right because I just know that the first one is 10. But I don't know. I just don't see the only benefit that I would see over FTMO, over my Forex funds is their skin in the game. And they're definitely more established and more of a blue chip. So if that makes you more comfortable, that would be the route. But,
yeah, no, thanks for the information. I just like to read over the websites and stuff. So thanks.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
do that,
should.
bro. Read everything.
Yo, Casper, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this for SPY. So on like the 4 hour or like 1 hour, we recently cleared that 405.84 highs, that buy side liquidity, and now we're kind of like stagnating a little bit. And I'm just wondering if we're looking for the break of structure. So I'm kind of watching the 1 minute here, and we have this low at 405.55. So if we sweep that, would you consider that the break of structure? Or if we're looking at the M5 structure, the low at 404.33.
So you're talking about the actual SPY chart itself.
Yes, sir.
So me personally, if I'm looking at like a sweep of like a daily, because to me this is like a daily level or in a daily fair value gap and a 4 hour level, me personally, I wouldn't be using the lower time frames just yet. At the lowest, I'd be using a 15-minute, and I would want to see a displacement break of structure and then start to frame ideas around that. Because while we are above the highs, if I'm on a higher time for like a 4 hour, me personally, I just go for a 15-minute, a 5-minute at the lowest.
Yeah.
And I would look, at this low right here. You said, what is it,
404.33, something like that.
That one. I would look for displacement, but here's the only issue I have with it is look what we've got right under it.
Yeah, the order block.
The fair value gap is more. That'd be more what I was paying attention to. That's the expansion from this morning. So there's going to be a lot of big orders because those market on open orders right there, those are literally just a fuckload of market orders that filled, and then I guarantee there are some limits that got left behind here. So I don't want to say I guarantee, I shouldn't say that, but if you see kind of a slow movement into it and not displacement, you could see something like this and then come higher. Because ideally when I trade POIs, I want to see a sweep. I used to not do that, but the more I look at it, like anytime we're in a level, now if you're looking for like a scalp, you might catch a scalp off the 1 minute or something. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But you got to treat it like a scalp. So for instance, let's just say, you took a scalp. Like let's just imagine for a second that this little leg in price came way lower. Obviously it didn't, but we're just imagining. And there's a fair value gap here. When you took a trade here, you'd only be targeting like something like this because that's your next area of liquidity. You know what I mean? And sometimes they're just not worth it. But I would just wait personally and let the higher time frames develop a little bit. We still got an hour before this news, so you could see a lot of volatility and manipulation moving up into that. So somebody said MFF has been known to be poor with customer service. I've never had that issue. And then as far as payments, I know multiple people funded from that get payouts all the time. So I've heard people complain about the customer service, but like I haven't had an issue with it. And the only time that I had to reach out to them was to because on MFF, a lot of people don't know, you basically can get a bonus because I completed the bonus for the evaluation, and you get like $400 before payout. And they got back to me within like 3 hours and sent it. So I haven't seen it. I've had 2 people tell me that, but I don't know. So I'm sure FTMO, like you said, they're more established. They might have better customer service. I could definitely see that.
In my opinion, the only difference is that if the markets do pull back, the only people that would be live would be FTMO, just because they've they've got age in the game.
Yeah.
So
That's the big benefit I see with them is the skin in the game factor. So like that
Yeah.
I do see that for sure.
that's the only thing that why I use my FTMO account.
I'll probably end up getting one. Like I just know the next one I'm going to go for is going to be TFF just because of their spreads on crypto. I was talking to Mang and he'll open like a 20 lot on Bitcoin or a 30 lot and be down $20. Like, bro, what?
That man's wild though.
I mean, you can get those, especially if you have no spread. Like, you can hit that shit no problem. No fucking problem.
Thank you for your insight on SPY, by the way.
Yeah, of course, bro. Of course. Yeah, like anytime I'm looking at POIs, I want to sweep. Like, I want price to come into it. Yeah, come up into it. Maybe it gets a break of structure here. I want that to get all those people to get stopped out. Because I look at that as inducement. And then they're trapped above here. And then there's a liquidity pool. Then you see the move.
Okay, perfect.
And you don't always get it, though. You know what I mean? Like for instance,
Just to
gold.
watch for it.
Gold left me in the fucking dirt because I was waiting for that. Where was it? Was it? I thought it was recently. Oh, wait, I think it was maybe down here. Or was it gold? I don't think, because it was recent. It was like the last day or two. Maybe it wasn't. Oh, wait, no, yeah, right here. This is where it was. I'm blind. So, like, we had the 4-hour POI price came into it. And for one, you really never even got that displacement break of structure up. But I just wasn't feeling it. You know, to me, this is where the high was. You see, I have an alert. Sad day. But, you know, it didn't sweep and it left me behind, went to full target. So it is what it is, you know. Sometimes that'll cause you to miss trades, but whatever you do select, though, it has to be every time. Like you cannot stray from it. Like gold right here, if we sweep this, that'll make me feel better. You know, I'm actually gonna send an alert for it. Somebody said CRV. Let me see. Come back to reclining. Okay, so CRV. Sorry about that. Okay, so let me just delete everything. So I see a lot of sell side down here. Actually, I would say this really would be your equal lows. And then this would be your sell side. So I look at the impulse move to the downside that caused the break of structure. I see we've now rated a high. I mean, here's the thing though. Well, no, actually we haven't. Okay, so I would look for the confirmation of this being a liquidity raid, because the institutional structure here would lead me to look for the sell side and these equal lows. We came back above this high into this imbalance here. And again, when we're above this daily high, that absolute minimum I'd look for is a 15-minute break of structure with displacement. And I would be looking for the actual market structure, not just like a shift in any swing high or low. So we've got the move into the zone, got the sweep of the early traders, and then and I had to come up and sweep this high. Nice little 3 drive right here into our liquidity pool. So, yeah, if you could get under this with displacement, definitely could frame a nice short setup. But, again, I would just wait for that structural confirmation. So like I said, Sheeb. And so again, I think this is probably going to go up and take this out. I could be wrong. But the 15-minute to me is bullish still above this. It looks like we're just coming down 3 drive into an imbalance. If anything, this would be more of a long if we can break above this high with displacement. And I would probably look for it to come up and clear out this high up here. That's just based off the 4-hour. And then we've got all these equal lows, right? If you came up and took that, I could easily see a deviation under this range. Because I look at it like, you had this wrong button. Bitch. Okay, all right. Preview's not cooperating. There we go. So I'd see this is like a little range you had here, and now we've deviated from one side. And I would look for you to come down and take the equal lows. But I could see it going higher first. Again, I want to see a tap and a sweep of this high. Might not get it, but that's what I would look for.
Yo, you remember the kid? Charlie bit my finger.
Yeah,
Did you know the kid's 18 years old now?
that's fucked.
Get fucked. I feel old.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He said get fucked.
Somebody said Palladium, ZP. Oh, this shit looks good.
Yeah, palladium should be bullish because Russia controls 60% of the world's supply of palladium.
Oh, this looks
And it's the
really
most
good.
used metal in cars.
So, I mean, I would look for these highs. This looks really good, actually. I said Bitcoin moving up. Yeah, I figured it would with the rest of the equity market. Yeah, this looks really fucking good. This is probably the
Tesla's
better.
about to break out again to the upside.
This looks fucking great.
What
This
is that? Metal?
Yeah, Palladium. This is going for these highs right here. This high.
What's the spreads on that? Horrible?
I don't know. I know that fucking Platinum was such a fucking.
Probably.
I hit
I'd
this.
probably play that
Oh,
on
okay.
my TD.
Bro, I traded what was it? I traded Platinum
Mm-hmm.
and I had a fucking like 51-1 trade, and it was literally like the spread was horrendous, and I fucked up in the contract size, and it was like I made like 3 or 4 R off of it because the spreads was ridiculous. I don't know about MFF. This was on a different broker. Let's see, actually, what's XPD?
I can look. I have my.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
No.
So XPD spreads are, oh my God. How much did this move? They're $8. Yeah, that's a tough scene. I mean, it's actually, I don't know. I mean, it's not great. You could probably swing it, but I mean, like, for instance, you'd be down $8.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
My
really
XPD
sucks.
says it's the spread's 1050.
Yeah, that's fucked. That sucks. You could swing. I mean, you could catch a swing, but even then, it's like, I don't know. It discourages me.
Oh fuck. No, I wouldn't even touch a 1050, bro.
Yeah, like that shit's crazy. Like, let's just, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it moves pretty crazy. So, like, from the low down here all the way to high, it's up. I mean, actually, that's still a decent percentage of that move gone. That's a crazy trade. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. You're going probably to these highs right here. This is classic 3-drive reaccumulation after the original 3-drive into this old liquidity down here. And this
That just
demand.
has to be just like
Bro,
Nobody
this,
could be trading this, bro.
yeah, no, like actual commodities traders probably. That's it. Oops, hold on. This shit looks
I opened
so
small shorts
fucking
on
good.
SPY, Coinbase.
This looks so good, bro. What's Bitcoin doing? So he said it was moving. So he said, "Fuck it, I didn't stay up long enough for me to look."
Bro, SPY, the 1 minute played out exactly how you just mapped it out.
Did it really?
Broke that low, pulled back up into an FEG, and then pulled back down into where you can take the profit.
Yeah, and this actually might go lower now because see now how this. So I wanted, like I was talking about this low. See how it came into it before it retraced, like that.
Mhm.
So then I would have looked at it like, I mean, I would have probably taken this personally, but there's not really a fair value gap. I mean, if you wanted to take the supply candle entry, that was what that was.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, at this point now, next area of liquidity would be these lows right here. Well, it would have been just this low had you taken it up here for a 1 minute chart. You know what I mean, it very well could go much lower, but I
It
just
was a super fast trade, but it played out almost perfectly.
yeah.
Break a structure, pull back up, and then continued.
What I could see probably is something like this down there. Come under this.
Yep. Sweep that low and then bounce back up to highs further into discount of the supply and then trap longs.
Yeah.
And then we pull back.
Somebody said, what resources would I recommend to learn about spreads and lot sizes for Forex? You know, to be honest with you, yeah, I was gonna say, you just gotta mess with it, bro. Like, I mean, here's keep this in mind. So for every Forex pair, I've never seen a Forex pair on a broker that wasn't a 100,000 contract size. So assuming a 100,000 contract size, that means you're trading 100,000 units of whatever pair you're on, whatever instrument. So each pip is going to move $10, right? That's why they have the digits on some pairs different. Like you'll see USD JPY and GBP JPY is different than, maybe something like Euro that has a lot of decimals. But what they do is they calculate the movements so that whenever you're trading a 1.0 standard lot, your P&L will move $10 per pip. But let's just switch it up and say you're trading on Bitcoin, right? And some brokers have a 10 contract size, some have a 1. So what that means is if you are trading on a 1 contract size, it's really easy. For every $1 the asset moves, your P&L per 1 lot will move $1. So if you have a 1 lot and the contract size is 1 for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin moves up $500, well, you just made $500 minus the spread. So, but make sure you always just pay attention to your contract size. Like for indices on MFF, the contract size is 1. So, every position is going to move $1 for every $1 these move. Bitcoin, it's 1 as well. ETH is 100. So, for instance, for ETH, every $1 ETH moves. Your 1 lot, or no, I'm sorry. That's on FTMO. ETH's 100. It's not on MFF. I apologize. Don't quote me on that. I repeat, ETH on MFF is 1.
Still breaking out.
I just never trade it because of the spreads. But no, so anything with a contract size of 1, it's going to move 1-to-1. Anything with a contract size of 100, it's going to move $1 for every penny, like gold. And then for Forex, it's $10 per pip. And this is all assuming 1 lots. But once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. Like I don't even use a position size calculator anymore personally. I just know, like, let's just say if I'm in like Forex, like if I were to just set limits on this, I'd say, okay, 10.7 pips on this. I'm going to go ahead and say 12 pips because I'm going to account for spread plus a little wiggle room. So 12 pips, that's $120 per standard lot. So then you figure out your risk and you divide it by $120 and you know how many lots you need to enter. Bitcoin's really easy. It's just how many dollars is it? $200 stop loss, 10 Bitcoin position, you're risking $2,000. DXY is probably going to move up higher into this gap at some point, but I think DXY looks like 107.588. That's what I want on DXY. I'm not switching that narrative either, and I might be wrong, but I don't care. I want this taken. I deleted all the other zones on my chart because I was like, you're looking at too much. Silver was really nice delivery this week. I didn't trade it. I just looked at it last night, but super clean. Pulled up right into this imbalance just barely, but I'd say it's probably going to continue up a little higher. Silver's tradable on what's it called? MFF. The spreads aren't like, I mean, they're not good, but they're not unplayable. I think dollar Swissy is going to come back down and give an entry here. We'll see some accumulation, manipulation, distribution on it. I don't know if it'll happen today, but it won't all happen today, of course. But bull flag, people are ready to get wrecked on this. I don't know, who knows, it might break out, but anytime I just see a bull flag on Forex, I just know that that's like, look right here. I mean, there's a lot that hit though, so I guess to be fair. Bull flag boys on USDJPY up big. They've been trading bull flags for the last year. Hold on one sec, guys. All right, sorry about that. Also, I just now got the notification task to check near. I know that's super late. Is my bad. Agree off. My Discord be fucking up. I don't know why. It's like it gives me selective notification. Like sometimes it just gives a pop up on the screen. Okay, so I'm glad we closed those shorts down here. They would have hit a little bit, but so with near. getting close to that premium, most likely the weekly, little impulse move daily as well. I would look for probably maybe a little higher on near. I would look for this little buy to sell range as like a short POI. I'll actually set alerts for that because I've wanted to short near for a while. I think the higher time frames look ready for death. So upon price getting to that region, I would look for a 15-minute to go bearish, and then with displacement, and then start a frame sell narrative around that. It's so weird how SPX hasn't taken the highs on. Did on ES? Yeah, that's so fucking weird, bro. Awanda's out here fucking people.
Yeah.
It didn't on MFF either. I looked at my chart on my phone. Out here playing games, bro. Yeah, Nas was the opportunity this morning, in my opinion. Like this raid right here, and then it was. I wish I was watching it instead of S&P, to be honest, but super clean delivery. Because I would have just taken this, to be honest with you, that fair value gap. Really, that was your confirmation. You could have just marketed at that point. Because anytime that I get that and a closure like that, I usually will just take it there. Like, yes, you could have got like a couple points better of an entry, but I don't know. Just my personal take on it. Like, for instance, like let's just say it breaks up, closes the candle real bullish. You just take it right there. Like, you know, that's not that big of a difference. It's just really if you're confident in the break structure. The risk reward is nice today too on indices. They've been moving cleaner there for a little bit. I wasn't really fucking with indices, to be honest. Like whenever it was like, I think like last week, it was NFP week as well. It's about lunch hour. Beat the Bookie, also anonymous. It's Playbit's sports betting server. Go to the sports betting chat. There's an invite in there. Worldwide gives some nice ass calls in there. Sorry about that. My girl was leaving. She's just now got this new job. She's at a marketing firm. So he said, how many tries did it take to get it funded? It was the first try for me. But it's okay if you don't get it first try. I can say if I would have known what funded accounts were a long time ago, it wouldn't have been my first try. So I'd say most people don't get it their first try. The first, I will say, total transparency, the first evaluation I did, I was down like 3% off gate. I took 3 L's, risking 1%, and it fucked with my psychology a bit. So I took like a 3 or 4 day break, and then after that, I came back pretty hard. The phase one I passed mainly off of one Bitcoin trade, and for those in Playbit, if you remember, it was the trade we tweeted about it too. It was I want to say it was this right here. No, it was this right here. All right, as this was the trade right here. We signaled it. We got it like 2,800, and then we took most profits right around, like, I can't remember. It was like nothing crazy, but then I held a runner all the way up to like in this region right here, and that one trade almost passed the fucking whole evaluation. And then I had another Bitcoin long, I think off this over here at liquidity rate. Then that was what I passed the phase 1 with. And then phase 2 was pretty clean. I came off, literally the first trade I took on phase 2 was this one we signaled in Playbit. This is honestly probably one of my more proud trades I've taken recently. Right up to this fair value gap. But so that I was blessed with pretty good trading conditions too, to be fair. So
I mean, to be fair, you take your profits.
yeah, that's the thing.
You don't just let them sit there.
Bro, like that's the one thing with fundeds, bro. Like you'll get that. The funded psychology is a whole different fucking ball game. It's a new monster.
As long as you don't come at me saying I'm a swing trader, I don't take profits till my TPs hit. You
bro,
know,
I'm Mr.
when we
Krabs.
See each other in person, I won't slap you in the face.
I'm Mr. Krabs, bro. I'm legit Mr. Krabs. Like as soon as and I have a pretty strict strategy too. Like if I hit now that I'm on the live, if I hit 3R, I'm out 50%. I don't care where my TP is. I don't give a fuck. I'm out 50%. That's just my strategy. That was why, and like for instance, and sometimes it kind of bites you in the ass. Like I took this, I think I deleted the picture. We went over it earlier. I took the Bitcoin trade off of where the fuck was it? Oh yeah, it was over this zone right here. We deleted the tape, but that's I took that trade and it could have been like a 50R, but I took it 30% of it there and then the rest of it at this high, and it ended up being like 4.5R, something like that, because I took it all. Or no, I think it was like a little over 5R because it was like a 10R trade after spread, but I took 50% at 3R. So then the last 7R, it ended up after fees being right under like 6R. So that it does hurt you sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, but I think it's just over time and consistency. I've just learned, like, I've had so many times where I was in a great trade. I love you too, babe. I've had so many times where I was in a great trade and then just get like fucking violated, like back to break even. And there's nothing worse personally I know myself, and my psychology gets smacked around a little bit when that happens. And it makes me, then like what happens is then you're like, you don't realize it, but sometimes you'll start looking for another trade and it's like, hold on, like, don't you do that. Don't you revenge trade.
Mm-hmm.
But because at this point, like one thing that I've learned for me personally, I know how to trade. What I'm always battling, and everybody's always going to be battling, is your psychology. You never will be perfect there. I mean, I don't know. Some of these guys who are trading, floor traders for like 30, 40 years, they're what, is referred to as like an intuitive trader. They just kind of, they're just in tune with the market, whatever. But I know that the main things that I focus on and, working on and trying to identify problems is my psychology. Because I think, and I tweeted about this the other day, I think a lot of people are great analysts, but they're terrible traders. Because, let's just say you trade and you have a profitable strategy. And then for whatever reason, you go start watching like ICT or start reading about Wyckoff or change maybe to supply and demand. And then you start overcomplicating things. And then you start losing. And when you go from being profitable to losing, your brain's like, what's going on? And you like forget that you know how to fucking trade. You're just psyching yourself out and you're overcomplicating things. I think at some point, a lot of people need to realize like it's not even your analysis you need to focus on, it's your psychology. That's what most people's weak point is. Analysis is the easy part. Like everybody that I know that likes to actually trades professionally, like this is what they do. You got your analysis. I mean, analysis is not that fucking hard. It is when I don't mean to sound like a dick if you're just learning it. It's difficult at first, but like once you get it, it's pretty mechanical. It's like, okay, what's our structure in the high time frames? What's it on the low time frames? Where are our points of interest? So it's really, there's not much more to it than that. Where are stop losses likely to be? It's really it, but the problem comes with like execution and consistency and handling losses. Euro, it's up in this daily imbalance. I honestly kind of want it higher. I want it back up to this little redistribution range, but I don't know if we'll get it or not. It reacted pretty rough to this daily imbalance and the daily high right here. I'd delete that. I wanted to log if it came down there before today's session. Fucking Aussie dollar was another one I misordered. The structure here was just weird for me. Like this little range right here. Like looking back, I'm like, damn, I wouldn't even, because I didn't even, when I say misordered, it's not like I watched it. I just kind of looked back. I was like, damn, there's a good opportunity. But when I look at it, I would have looked at this as the sweep into the range. Like, so we got, these taps. I wouldn't have really wanted to take that. That got liquidated. And then you got this short-term high taken, which this one was kind of funny, weird. Can you really determine that a high or not? So I don't know if I'd have taken that or not. But then I see the true move was after we broke structure here, price came back down into this original candle. It was pretty choppy. I wanted us to come back down into this flip zone. It's kind of like that double confirmation entry in the 5-minute, but she said, nope. So sometimes as humans we think the more the better, but no, the simplicity with knowledge is key. 100%. Because you got to remember, like a lot of the people that are teaching, smart money, and I'm not going to drop names, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to know exactly what I'm talking about, or the multiple people I'm talking about. They try to like overcomplicate things to give themselves like a God complex because they want people to feel like that they're needed past the point of education, or like they're like a fucking god or something, which is just narcissism and also marketing it as well. But things shouldn't be as complicated as they are, and they don't need to be that complicated in order for you to make money. Because people like, I am interested in a lot of the stuff that happens. Like, somebody said Bitcoin new high. Oh yeah, there we go. So now we're starting to move higher up into that zone. This is what we want. But, well, actually I did it. No, I didn't make a new high yet. Not on perps. I don't think. No, not yet. It probably is going to, though. But, like, people, I feel like just overcomplicate shit in order to retain a perspective that, their students have on them. Whenever, in the end of the day, you don't need a ton of crazy-ass shit to make money in these markets. Especially with smart money. And that's really the only scene that does that. But like I find it interesting. Like some of the more advanced stuff, like I find it super interesting, right? Like Wyckoff, I find a lot of it interesting. And I know some people that use it really well. But I also know some people that it hurts them a lot of times just as much as it helps them. Psychologically, not trading. But like it's just too much like what ifs and if-thens, and it's interesting and it's like fun and shiny and fascinating, but like I'm here to make bread. That's all I give a fuck about at the end of the day. So I just figure out what consistently does that for me, and I stick with that. There's no reason to go out and try to, learn a new strategy when you already have one that works. That's just my 2 cents on that. What's up?
Casper, could you write a 300-page fucking book on taking profit? Because everything you just said was on fucking point. I'm not here to fucking have my dick in my hand all fucking day. I'm here to make money. When I see the money, I take the fucking money. Fuck my take profit. If I'm up 2 bands, if I'm up 3 bands, if I'm up 4 bands, I'm taking that shit, bro. Y'all gonna be fucked up. Get paid.
No, I feel like, bro, it's like, I mean, fuck, man. Like, you know, there's a, I don't know, man. I just see so much of it. I agree, bro. Like yesterday on NAS, I had a trade. It was like right here in this little region, that down there. And my target was a little higher. It was like this high, or not the high, but it was, I think, the supply zone like that. And it got really close, right? And it just kind of started breaking the 1 minute. I just took it. I was like, bro, I'm fine. And I would have just got stopped to break even. If not, you know what I mean? And like, I get it. It's part of a system and there's another trade to be had today. But like, I just, whenever I was that close, I was like, okay, I'm fine with the gains. It's like fucking 5R. Like, I'm not going to sit there and just say, fuck it. It was literally just kind of sitting here. And I just kind of got that. As soon as we broke this low right here, I just took it immediately. And then I was just like, thank fucking God. I literally went to Starbucks and came back and was like, oh my God, I would have had a horrible day had I not taken that. Because my power went out. So I went to Starbucks to have internet. And then by the time that I got there, my power was back on. So I came back to stream and we were like somewhere in this region. I was like, Jesus Christ, thank God I took that. Somebody said you went to grab coffee. What the fuck? We're just talking about that. And went to, read your comment. Oh yeah, I did read it. But I agree with you is what I was saying. So Bitcoin did do the new high now. I figured if it did on Bybit, it will on Binance. Yeah, there we go. So, potential scenario with Bitcoin is we're just absorbing the supply here and it's going to go higher to clear out all these shorts. Big potential there. I could definitely see that. Again, like I really wanted this breaker. I don't know if we'll get that high, but I could see these highs getting clapped. I could also see us moving down from here as well. So again, just wait for structure and just kind of take what the market gives you. So yes, am I from Miami? No, I'm not. I used to spend a lot of time there though. Like spend like 3 or 4 weeks at a time in Miami, the Panorama Tower down in Bayshore. Got a spot down there, but no, I'm not. I'm from Tennessee. I wanted to move to Miami full time, but one thing I know, like I like kind of living out of the way because, bro, like living in Miami, you'd spend a lot of money on dumb shit, and I just, you know what I'm saying? I like being like that, being like vacation. Like I don't want to be somewhere where I have a shitload of friends and a shitload of stuff to do because there's a lot of distractions. Like I'm glad like the girl I'm with now is like super like that. Like all like the girl I was with before that, she always wanted to like go out and hang out with friends a lot. And like I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I don't really care about that shit. I like being somewhere where I'm like far from all of the. Now you grew up. I'm not saying anything's bad about living there. I'm just saying me personally, I was gonna move there and I'm glad I didn't, is all I was saying. I love it. Like it's a fucking amazing place. Like it's fun as fuck. Way more fun and nice than where I live. But I just know myself and I stay more focused when I ain't got shit to do. What part of Miami you from?
It's the mailman.
It's daily
Yeah, markets are
Hey,
pumping.
I got a question about MFF. So I made an account because I'm trying to figure out where I can read the info about the cash that I need to open one, but I don't fucking see anything anywhere.
Say
I just
that
got.
again?
So I made an MFF account because I was trying to figure out and read about the funds that I would need to start one up or whatever, and I can't find any information about it. I just got rerouted to like a chart page with a practice account.
Let's see. Hold on.
I've been looking for like a half hour now. I can't find shit.
So, frequently asked question, and make sure you do evaluation. Don't fall for the fucking accelerated bullshit or rapid. So I would go here to the FAQ. You can get a lot of answers there. There's actually a lot of stuff here.
Okay, yeah, FAQ. Okay.
And then when you go to sign up, you can actually, there's going to be a contract that you'll have, not a contract, but like it'll have stuff to go over, and just go over stuff like that. And then also they have a chat. Everybody says their customer service is terrible, but you know, you can attempt to do something on there. I don't know how good they'll be if you don't have, because the only time I contacted them is after I got funded. So I'm sure that they're going to respond to people that are funded a little quicker than people that aren't. So I don't know. Maybe that's why they have shitty customer service, but
Yeah, I'll read through the FAQs, Casper.
cool. Somebody said, oh, you know, you said there's a lot of city boys for Miami, but I'm not one of them. You're from the suburbs. Kendall. Okay, cool. I know where that's at. It's pretty nice. Yeah, Miami's crazy to live. Real estate insane. Yeah, that's another thing too, bro. Super expensive. Like, for example,
There's no reason for it.
yeah, exactly. It's like Cali. Rent is $3,000 for a
I mean,
four-bedroom
Cali. I like Cali. Cali is worth every penny. Florida, I'm straight, bro. Florida
Yeah.
sucks. I'm from Florida too, so I would tell you right now, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
You know, I used to be out on Brickell at the Jade Building. It's expensive for no reason.
Brickell's
You
so
can't do
nice,
shit.
though. I like Brickell.
Yeah, I only like it because I was hanging out with like super wealthy people. You know, I was.
Oh, if you're in Brickell, hell yeah.
Super. Yeah, I was just working with super wealthy people at the time, so.
Fucking and where I'm at, like my crib is it's a 4-bedroom house, and it's like 2,400 square foot, and it's only 1975. It's not bad at all, and it's a nice house too. It's pretty. It's not like a fucking crazy nice. You know what I mean? I like it. It's all got a nice big backyard. I'm like 5 minutes from fucking everything, so it's it's a good 50% cheaper than, for instance, the apartment that I had in Miami was $3,200 a month for a fucking 2-bedroom apartment. So it's like, fuck, bro. And then another thing too, bro, like I fucking hate apartment living, bro. Like, well, I don't mind apartment living. Apartment living with, like, when you're on like the 10th floor, like fuck that shit, bro. Now, if I had like some crazy penthouse, it'd be a different story because I would just never leave. But yeah, I didn't like having to, like, I don't know, and I had a dog at the time too, so it was a fucking pain in the ass. Every time I took my dog out, it was like I was on like the 11th floor, so it was just like, bro, fuck that. So he said, Texas, bro, Texas is the fucking shit. Like, I've never really spent much time there, but I have a buddy. He does like luxury real estate in Austin and Dallas. And bro, I was just looking at like his page and I was like, bro, what? Like the houses in Austin, I mean, it's like, that's kind of expensive, but like the just the style of the houses they have there and like the prices, I'm like, for like a $1.5 million house in Austin, or the ones I was looking at were fucking nice, bro. Like crazy nice. So I said, this fucking mushy mush. It's crazy how different, like, where ETH and Bitcoin are compared to, like, I mean, I know what their ranges, they're the same. Like the dailies just look so different to me for some reason. I mean, they're similar, but like ETH never even took the sell side really. I mean, it took this, but it didn't take. This is where I would have looked, and then Bitcoin, on the other hand, is like way down in the depths of hell. ETH daily doesn't even look that bad. I'm interested to see how this FOMC goes. Super interested. It's theoretically just medium impact, but just good old Dixie doing. See, I pip this down here, but I'd still consider this. So what's the 379? I don't. Wait, yeah, I did pip that. I would look for a move probably up into somewhere around this old low right here, equilibrium, this fair value gap. Just had to look at XMR. Yeah, I think this could go a little higher. What's GU doing? Did it ever want to come back down? Oh, so there was some little divergence there on EU. I'm definitely not going to touch this right now just because of the.
Right now,
Huh?
I think I said the longest 10 minutes of our lives right now.
Yeah.
I think this shit's gonna come in red.
And then money printers turn on.
Yeah, it's gonna come in negative, and we're gonna run bullish for like fucking all next week. It's just gonna be bullish.
Yeah. I love whenever because I'm not even touching anything today at this point, except maybe crypto. But
I have one put for Coinbase open, and I have one put for SPY open.
I was talking to my homie that trades he's just like a legitimate, straight fucking degen. Hold on, I don't know if you guys can move my chair.
Like Divine.
And you think that this dude's way worse than Divine, but Divine actually he's gotten a lot better, I will say. Divine's been going hard lately, but
yeah, he saw Divine watched 2022 mentorship of ICT, and he feels empowered, which you and I both know that that's not good, but it's good.
It's good, and then it's not, and then it's good afterwards.
Yeah, like he's in the mindset of predicting the market.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro. Like, that's what fucking Wyckoff and ICT do to people. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong. Like, I use ICT
I'd
shit
rather
all
react.
the time. Yeah, exactly. I just wait, bro. But what
I
it
don't need that
develops,
1 to 500 trade. Fuck that. I'll make more money on a 1 to 4 trade than a 1 to 500 trade.
yeah, because you're gonna take like fucking 10 L's on the way to that shit. And then like
Yeah.
with like, I think that the problem that it causes in people is people, like, for instance, they develop this new skill and a new perspective on the market, which the skill itself and the strategy is fucking great if it's used correctly. So most people, I don't think the system's failing them. I think they're failing the system. But what it breeds is the expectation you have to be right, because it's like this, so like it's such like a perfect, so pinpointed, accurate strategy where you watch it, the person teaching it in hindsight, and it's like so perfect, and you think that you have to get it like that, and then you become afraid to be wrong, and you start hiccuping and start like, no, I'm not saying it's not good. Oh, he's saying it's not good. What he meant, mushy mush, was that it's not good that somebody had basically gotten a beginner's high almost off of something. Like they just watch something and it hits really hard and then they get euphoric. That's what he meant. But I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong, they're great strategies if they're used correctly. There's nothing wrong with the strategy, but I think in a lot of new traders, or even worse, traders who are already profitable that try to learn these schools of thought while they're trading, of course there's going to be a learning curve. And when they hit a learning curve after they, knew how to trade already, they start to really go to get, at a battle with themselves because they're not used to not knowing what to do. And now they have this fear of being wrong. You know what I mean? And it starts to like manifest into a lot of bad trading habits, because when you have the fear of doing wrong or being wrong, you'll hesitate on the trade that's right. And then whenever there is a trade that just the system actually did fail, that's the one you take. And then you fuck yourself up and you start on that death spiral. And then your confidence starts getting, hurt. I've worked with a lot of people directly that have had exactly that happen. And I don't know. I think that there's a right way and wrong way to go about trying to learn a new skill while you're trading. I always tell people, if you're profitable, like just focus on yourself and defining your system, because like newsflash, like most people aren't profitable. Like there's a ton of people that are in the server right now, that are in the chat, and then in the stream, that as far as on their own trading, not trading anybody else's stuff, just on their own trading, it's not easy. It's not like just a super easy feat to be profitable. Like if you're profitable, fucking commend yourself.
I think Mike once said that, like, what, the most profitable trader is only like 50% fucking accuracy or something.
Yeah, it's like 40. They're 40%. They're stock trader, but that's because you manage your stops, and it doesn't matter if you lose 60% of the trades. You're gonna be profitable because of managing that stop loss. If you have a $200 stop, and you're trading, like, your position TP is $1,000, you're still gonna make money regardless.
Yeah. Exactly. Some of the best traders I know are just 2R only. And but they have like a 50 to 60% win rate. And it's like super scalp stuff. Somebody said, what resources do you recommend for consistency? No, don't get me wrong. I don't want to like you said, you're watching the 2022 mentorship and you're new. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to tell you not to watch it. I'm more or less talking about people who are, it's great. I've watched it. I use it.
Just don't get high.
I use it. I literally used the fucking model yesterday. Like it's fire. I'm not saying not to use it. I'm not even talking about the 2022 shit is fairly easy in my opinion. I'm talking more about like the 2016 core content. And then like, some of the deeper, more complicated stuff, but keep with you said you're back testing, you're doing it right. Stay with it. Like I recommend if you're just like completely fresh off the boat and you understand like candles and how to work a broker, 2022 ICT is fucking great because it focuses on one asset class, it focuses on one trade model, and you kind of learn as you go. So I think he did really good with that. And all of the shit works. I'm not saying any of it's like bad. I mean, obviously, like anyone who says that it doesn't work, like all the people that are beefing with them that say it's like just cap, like that's just clout chasing. Like if you sit here and look at me in the face, tell me ICT doesn't work, I'll just not even argue with you because you just don't know. That shit does work. But the point of what I'm saying is people that are already consistently profitable, and then they start to learn like Wyckoff or some of these, you know, a little bit more kind of open-ended strategies, they start to psych themselves out. That's all I'm saying. I don't recommend not watching it. I don't recommend that's not what I'm saying at all. So I don't want to confuse anybody. So I know some of you are like, damn, I'm like halfway through. I've watched all of 2022. I've watched almost all of the first 7 months of the 2016 core content. And that's more what I'm referring to. Because I remember when I first started trading smart money, ICT was what I first started watching. And I started watching the 2016 core content. And I was like, it's like not in a very, it's not in order almost. Like it's like he'll jump from like what is equilibrium to like how T-bond interest rates affect the fucking market. It's like it can easily confuse people, but it's really all good. Like we actually went over T-bonds, like the video that I have, it's called Will the Markets Recover? Whenever we called this entire fucking stock market rally, it was like July 6th. We said the market was going to rally up to the equal highs, and that's exactly what it did. And I did that using shit I learned in ICT, just using the price delivery on a monthly from the 30-year T-bonds, and then monthly price delivery on indices and DXY. So it was, you know, all shit that I learned. So it's great info. But now if I just learned that like the first day I was trading, I would have been like, wait, what? You know, I'm over here. I would be over there trying to find it all the time. And, you know, I don't know. That's just my thoughts.
1 minute.
Oh shit! We'll watch it. Hold on. Let's see what they say. For Discord, let me change. This is gonna probably kick some people out of stream for like 2 seconds, but I want to change the window to this. You might have to. I don't know if it kicks you out of the stream or not, but if I have a ding on this or not. What's it called? A bookmark. Is it mean conference? I can't remember. This is old stuff.
Hey, Casper, me.
Huh? It was cutting out.
The two focusing. Can you hear me now?
Now, yeah, I can.
I was just saying, Mr. Take Profits here. I was just saying, bro, that focusing on 2R is like 2% is where the fuck it's at. Like, once you hit your 2% on your account, like 2R, you should start looking at trim, definitely, bro. You know what I mean?
No, 100%, bro. 100%. You're cutting out again. Do they not have a live right now?
You're going through a tunnel.
We're losing you a long way.
You know, the feds don't want you to give the sauce.
It's the fucking feds. Do they not stream? I have to. I don't even watch these. The only reason we put it up is because. What is the Fed?
Oh man, the Federal Reserve. They're a separate entity.
No. I'm not. No, that was the YouTube video. Nobody asked that.
Oh,
No.
I was like, damn, this is gonna be tough.
Where to begin,
it's
huh?
right here.
Yeah,
It's right
I was
here.
like, fuck, where do I start?
So this is. Oh, is it not? It might be just a speech.
Fucked up story.
No,
It might be.
I think they're just notes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You see the displacement on the market, you know.
Let's see. I just want to see what the market's doing for a split second.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, the usual that, you
Yeah.
know, whoever thought that we're going to cut interest rates is stupid. You know, we're going to keep, like, come on, let's be serious. Our inflation keeps shooting up. Like, there's no way.
So there are three takeaways
Only
from my
up.
speech. He said inflation is too high. Okay, that's news.
Yeah.
Too soon to say whether inflation is moving meaningfully and persistently downward. Okay, so that's not good. Committed to undertake actions to bring inflation back down to our 2% target. This is a fight we cannot and will not walk away from. Basically, they're saying, for those that are wondering, they're basically saying they're not afraid to raise interest rates to battle inflation.
Yep.
The labor market is giving us the flexibility to be aggressive in our fight against it. Yeah, because the unemployment came out better, which people think is bullish, and then that gives them more of a reason to,
Raise rates.
exactly, because the economy is not just necessarily collapsing. Longway said, for those that are on stream, he said what he's trying to say is focusing on 2% keeps your bias neutral. That way you can shift gears in the flow with the market. People don't understand that compounding is a real thing. And yeah, 2% may sound silly, but just to put in perspective, 4 months ago, my 2% was $10, and now my 2% is $800. Yeah, that's what I was telling people that this morning. Anonymous, I know you're in here, and then there's somebody else. I was telling people, I promise, I know it doesn't sound like much. It's reasonable whenever you start out, like 1R, what you have now. But if you just stay down and like stay focused, I promise that 1R in a couple weeks to months is going to be crazy.
Oh,
And
they
people
are
always
tough.
just think I'm like just saying that. It's not. I'm not saying that to like be like the fucking responsible old man who tells you to like wear a helmet when you're riding a skateboard or something. It's dead ass. That's the way you make money. Okay, so basically said they're okay. They support a significant increase at our next meeting on the 20th to the 21st. Okay. Based on the data we received since the FOMC's last meeting, I believe the policy decision will be straightforward. They're going to be more aggressive. Yeah. So I said, but the answers to how high and for how long will solely depend on incoming data.
There we go. We should go to the fair value gap on S&P at around 405.80.
I'm just scanning it.
This is just, I have a feeling this is just inducing shorts.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not touching shit right now.
Yeah.
What kind of liquidity is getting rated? Oh, yeah. Everybody's shorting right now. Which it could just dump, but I could see something.
Oh, yeah,
down
I'm waiting
here.
for that fair value gap right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And really, it could just be right here, to be quite honest with you. But this is where I would see the sell side. This is what I'd want. He's basically saying he does not see convincing evidence that we are moving inflation down. So that means they're going to be harder with interest rates. They're not afraid to fuck the stock market up and fuck anything else up because employment is okay. So it's not hurting. That's what they say. And that's their reasoning, which is a skewed perspective. But basically saying, oh, people still have jobs. Fuck it. It's like, yeah, these people are making like little to no money working 40 hours a week and and everything's getting more expensive. Like, it's not just okay. It's all just manipulation for the fucking elite to make money. I'll put my 10-foil hat on.
I think this might be the get fucked 5-minute candle to fuck all those shorts. Because I'm watching other assets and they're not necessarily dying.
Honestly, it could be this right here that we just filled. Do I trade ranges? I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Like, do I trade when price is ranging? Yeah. I'm not sure if that's what you meant by. Wait, fucking ICT. I don't remember him saying that. He said, bro said Wyckoff would have been his student if he was alive. That doesn't surprise me at all. The one thing that makes me laugh is when he says, like, as you were on Twitter. I'm like, what the fuck? Fucking weird. It's like they're like that's what like a general says to like soldiers. And then what gets me is the people who are like fucking cultist about that shit. I'm like, god damn, bro. Which I get it. It's changed a lot of people's lives, so I understand. But it's like, Jesus Christ. People are
like a religion.
Yeah, lately people have been. So he said, bro, is that Bags? What's up, Bags? I'm assuming that's the same. Yeah, it is the same picture. Said, give me the 50 lot. I saw you were fucking killing it on Dow recently. Yeah, we've had a bunch of streamers or viewers. We've had like 23 to like 25 viewers most of the time. I always have one viewer on Twitch. I think it's Granny, like Free Granny. I don't know because I have never have any viewers on Twitch. He said, give me the 50 lot.
Wendy's is railing right now.
Wendy's?
Motherfucking Wendy's.
Yeah.
Yeah, Algo. Are you thinking that we bounce in this like little imbalance here after sweeping that
Yeah,
404?
I'm listening to the Fed talk right now.
Oh, they are
And I'm
talking.
I'm listening to it on somebody else's stream, and I'm also watching CNBC News, and everything's bullish.
Word. I
Yeah,
was watching
everything's
for this
bullish.
404.30 low to be swept, like that imbalance that me and Casper were talking about, but some buyers are stepping in here.
Yeah, I wanted the fair value gap to get filled, but it's if you look at I look at level 2 as well when I'm trading. So
Okay.
yeah, it's kind of really important. You'll be able to tell like what's fuck. You'll be able to tell what's what. So the fuck did I just do this? Oh.
Yeah, this might be that part where the shorts get fucked up. I don't know though. Just here to watch.
Yeah, for SPY, I just see people just hammering calls, but
Like right there. That would be the shift from ICT logic, and then came under the liquidity right here. The real liquidity is right there. I like watching it when I'm not involved because it's so much more like educational than to say if you're like in the trade.
Yep. Yeah, everything should start gapping up. There's a bunch
What's
of shit that's
NASDAQ doing? NASDAQ didn't. So that would actually be maybe SMT divergence on S&P if we make a higher high in the 5 minute. But nothing confirmed there yet. Because yeah, the S&P made a lower low. NASDAQ did not. I mean, if anything, though, I will say this almost looks like a fucking
I looked
pre-drive.
at pre-drive.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Was it into any area? Into that high? Just like some 1 hour SSL probably? Or no, just 1 hour imbalance. Okay, that's what that is.
What? Somebody's trying to buy out Wendy's?
Oh, is
What
that
the
why?
Yeah.
Well, somebody said, Luis, he's another funded trader. He said, this week in the last one, I was trying to prove that I was taking profits too early and got stopped on 5 to 6 2% winner trades. I'll probably I'll hard switch to 2% profits instead of 3. I can easily see my account getting smaller and smaller by trying to aim for 5% trades. Yeah, no, I agree, bro. And like, don't get me wrong, there are those trades sometimes, but just have a rule. Like whatever it is, you have to have a very set rule of your trade management. So for instance, like for me, like I said, either I'm taking, my minimum is 2R, right? With spread, it has to be 2R. Now, if I'm taking something that is 3R or above, like let's just say the target is above 3R, I'll still take it, but I'm taking 50% of the trade at 3R. I don't care how good it looks. I don't care. That's just how I do it. I misordered like a motherfucker on Bitcoin today, but it doesn't affect me that much. Like, sure, would I have liked to be a part of that? Yeah, definitely. But, it's not the end of the world to me that I wasn't, so, that's and once you develop and you're good. I know that, you got funded and you've been going hard. So I know that that already too. So, but it's also like, bro, really, like if you're on a funded account, usually those numbers can get pretty big pretty fast, and it's really demoralizing to see a trade go from like, a big number to a small one real quick. It's not fun. Not good for your psychology either. Like I would rather take a loss personally, like just straight loss, like just immediate invalidation, like you were just wrong, than take a trade that goes 2R up and back to break even. I know that sounds crazy, but
Yeah, Casper, keep Ethereum, how much weaker it is than Bitcoin, like how at higher time frame it's swept highs already.
oh, so that'd be
and at lower
SMT
time
divergence.
frame.
See that?
So what do you mean by that? Like
So
in direction?
it's like the indices, like if one of the, let's just say ETH makes a higher high.
Never mind. You were explaining with NASDAQ earlier. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, same thing. Like this morning, I was looking for it on S&P, but it didn't end up confirming. But really, it has to be confirmed with other stuff. Like, for instance, like if we look at ETH, it came above this high. I'm not saying it couldn't. It's just gonna shift from here. But I am saying that I would want Bitcoin to, what I would do here is go on the 15-minute, and I would look at like this. So okay, ETH didn't make a higher high while Bitcoin did. Now, don't quote me on this. That's the one that's bearish. The only one that I ever have played is when ETH makes a higher high and Bitcoin does not, which in this situation, it's the obvious. So for instance, whenever ETH's making a lower low and Bitcoin's making a higher high, I don't want to say this incredible. That could be a good thing, but I don't want to, I haven't traded it except whenever ETH makes a higher high and Bitcoin doesn't. Like the ETH short we took the other day was based off of that. But I wouldn't force it, especially just with that news and stuff that just came out. Yeah, like this is where you'd want it to reverse if you were looking for this. That little zone right there. Again, though, I really wanted that lower zone down here. But I mean, it came under that liquidity. It's the lunch hour, but I mean, it's a little different considering.
Yeah, no, after lunch, when these guys come back, after listening to this on their lunch, that's a little bit different.
Right.
Then we might get a sell-off. Bro, the fucking public is not confident in the Fed, asshole. Shut up. This guy saying the public's confident in the Fed. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm happy for JL, man. I'm glad he finally got funded. That's fucking fire.
One key takeaway about getting funded, guys, don't spend the money before you make it. That's how you lose your money.
Yeah.
If you're having dreams and you're like, looking at condos and saying, "Oh, I'm gonna move here, buying this car." There's nothing wrong with making a vision wall, but don't just don't do that, because if you lose, you're gonna get depressed.
Yeah.
So
The
wait
expectations.
for you to have the money in the hand. If you don't have money in your hand, it's not your money.
Yeah, the expectations can ruin mental health. Yeah, see, that's why I don't really like that move, because it gave the structural shift and the
There we go. Nasdaq is about to break that low.
Yeah, I was gonna say at this point,
watch
these
I
orders
just
have
pip
to be
that in it.
swept.
Watch I just pip that and just rail. Did it even pip it? Oh no, it didn't pip it. Thought it did.
Are those all equal?
Yep, they are.
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody said, "Can I explain the 3 drive pattern?" Somebody said, "Now I got 2 viewers on Twitch." I appreciate that, Stone. Oh, and hell yeah, fuck yeah, I appreciate the fuck out of you guys. 2 people went on Twitch. That's dope. Yeah, YouTube's better. I mean, I agree, but I appreciate you guys. So somebody said on the 3 drives pattern. Wow, I'm gonna laugh if that just goes from there. But so 3 drives is whenever you have some kind of higher time frame point of interest, whether it's a liquidity pool like an old high, equal highs, or if you're moving the downside. Everything has its inverse in trading, but you'd look for like 1, 2, 3 taps up into it, with the second one or third one being the first tap into the liquidity zone, or maybe a POI, whether it's an order block or a fair value gap, and then you'll start to see bearish displacement. Like here, let's look at Bitcoin daily. It's a good example of one. So over here, right, we had this fair value gap. So if you take the premium or the equilibrium of this fair value gap, which was right there, so you came up into equilibrium, really a premium of this fair value gap. So you had 1, 2, 3 taps, then displacement, break a structure to the downside. So that's just a distribution pattern. And you can accompany that with other things. Like I said, you don't want to just use it by themselves, but you can accompany that with other forms of analysis.
Yeah, they're just talking about increasing interest rates. There's no. He said 6 months ago, I never thought inflation would be where it's at today. So far from our low target, which obviously, it's not going to have a good reaction. This shit's pre-written though, so.
Exactly.
The news outlets get the speeches already pre-written so they can drop the news on time. I don't know if you guys know that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like anytime that there's like earnings and shit like that, the news, so like Bloomberg and shit, they get it first, and they get it like the day before. That way they can set up the program, and because of that, that causes the reaction to be either delayed or not to happen at all, because it already happened pre-market.
Exactly. It's all manipulated.
Yep. He's saying that if the interest rates don't drop, if inflation doesn't drop in the second quarter of the year, they're gonna have to increase rates even higher than 4%.
Which is gonna happen.
Yeah, of course. We're gonna see that bitch shoot all the way up. I don't mind.
Exactly. I'm all for it. Fuck it.
It's all higher because then people with real estate can't really buy real estate like that. It's going to induce sales. The people that bought like $1 million real estate are down already like 10%, 15% on their investment. And you can write off a lot on real estate, but you can't write off a 15% loss of a total value in 1 year. So essentially you're at a loss. If you only put 20% down, you're very close to break even. And that's why they make you put 20% down on loans just in case the markets pull back 20%. You're still at break even and not under. But anybody that bought this year is going to get fucked.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. You know, the only thing that matters is how much money you have in reserve, not anything else.
Mike, do you think I'm tweaking if I sell my car?
I mean, car sales are down. You know, the opportunity to sell your car at a premium was about 2 months ago.
All right,
You know,
so you're saying not to sell it. Okay.
yeah. What you could do is look at your area and look at the market value of your vehicle and see if it's gone down in the past couple months. If it's gone down versus up, then you know it depends on where you're at, what type of vehicle. Electric vehicles have a priority now, so it puts a heavier weight on gas vehicles as far as the price holding. So like I got my car 2016. I can get close to my market value on my Tesla, like what I paid for it, because I have like my Tesla has unlimited supercharging, so I pull up to any charger and I don't pay for charging. So like, you know,
Damn, that's
it
sweet.
depends on the type of vehicle you have.
How much does it cost to fucking charge it at a station?
If you use a Tesla supercharger, I mean, Robbie put up his statistics. He spent like in the past, I think 2 months, 3 months when he put it up, it was like $16 to fully charge it. It's a
Oh
joke.
shit.
That's fire. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's stupid fire. And people are paying
Are you guys
average
in
of like
California,
50.
you're not
I'm
worried about like the grid?
In Arizona, the only thing I'm worried about is the heat index that's going to keep rising. You know, that's about it.
Yeah, right.
For us over here, it's whatever. Like that's why I won't buy real estate in the desert because it's not a long-term plan. If you're an investor and you're buying real estate in the desert, you're not really thinking. You're just acting a fool because an investor thinks more than 10 years out,
Right.
not just the close. And in 10 years, the heat index is so bad in Arizona that 6 different cities in Arizona will be uninhabitable in the next 10 years because the max heat that it gets here is 122 degrees Fahrenheit. So, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Last time you were saying it, you can't breathe. Look that shit up. You're right, dude. You can't like you're frying your insides.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. If it gets to 128, 130, you can't go outside. And it's possible that it gets that high in the next 10 years. What's going to slow it down is that these pipelines in Europe aren't pumping out as much oil. So, you know, oil is the number one cause of global warming. If you don't believe in global warming, that's like saying that you believe the earth is flat. So, like, you go hand in hand. I'm sorry. Like,
Kyrie
it just,
Irving.
you know.
Kyrie Irving.
You know what's weird? I just can't believe that SPX literally is this far from reaching the highs. And whenever I'm like forgetting SPY already cleared the highs. It's fucking with me.
Oh yeah, yo, Casper, what platform do you use to trade SPY and like
My Forex funds, my funded account.
fuck. All right, what do I do as a retail trader?
You can get it. You just open up maybe an IC market. I don't know if they even have indices. Honestly, I don't know who's good for indices except fundeds. But you could find a MetaTrader broker and just
MetaTrade.
Yeah,
it's a lot because they'll give you better spreads on their funds versus you trading your funds.
Yeah.
So
my spreads are like 50 cents on SPX.
Yeah.
So it's like nothing.
GU kind of looks like a short.
Up in
you
the
gonna touch it right now? Or you gonna wait for the next session?
Oh no.
I'm surprised you're still awake.
Would you trade London?
Yeah, he does.
Demon.
He'd be waking up London, New York, London kill zone, London open, London close, New York kill zone. He's up during those times. That's why I'm surprised. Yeah, this is just burning people's money if you're trading options.
I could be completely wrong though. It just looks like it honestly looks like redistro to me. But
What the
GU.
Oh, this up here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the 1 minute. Just straight liquidity raids.
damn, I'm surprised Coinbase just kept going.
It just looks so Coinbase fucking.
Bro, I was shorting Coinbase because it's just not like Bitcoin's up 10% and we're coming into the Fed, but yeah, it wasn't looking too good.
Yeah, that shit just went, bro.
Right now we have something called the buy program happening on the S&P 500, which is gonna destroy shorts in a second. And what I mean by buy program, I mean that within the past, like every second from 928.00 to 928.34, there was people buying over 1,000 shares at a time.
Wow.
And the sales are only coming in at 300
Oh.
to 200 shares. So that
Get
equates to
Somebody said, "Thank God I found a trading channel which believes in global warming." And then Fernando said regarding that topic, talking about real estate, he said there is more development and more new people in cities around important rivers, but the water flow is the same volume. Probability says it will be a huge problem for water.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to start seeing states subsidize their water. So if you know, Colorado provides water for all of the deserts. So Nevada, Arizona, parts of Texas, New Mexico, they all get their water from the Colorado River. Colorado River has seen extremely depleting levels of water. And if you look at Lake Mead for Nevada, it's about to dry up. Like I don't even know why they have a dam there anymore. You feel me? So it's just little things like that that are definitely going to destroy. We're careless with the environment. So,
Yeah, I mean, like, how long can we cut down a fucking tree for?
Bro, and not even that. I mean, there's other things that we can use other than trees to produce oxygen. Mangroves produce more oxygen than trees. But the rate that we're cutting trees down, I mean, for goodness sakes, have you seen what our apartment complexes are built from? Like the thickness of the walls have gone from 6 to 8 inches to 3 inches just because builders save on material, and yet you still have people that are, in my opinion, idiots paying a surplus in the apartment complex and like housing. I've seen apartments go for, 800,000 at, it costs them probably $50,000 a door to build, and it's just because people don't understand real estate, so they don't have the ability to negotiate. Like, you could go buy a whole apartment complex for less than what one of the condos is worth. One condo price can buy you 8 apartments right now. So, people don't understand that. It's just fucking crazy. Like, if you want to move to a nice area, North Carolina, that's the sweet spot.
That's where my mom's from.
Yeah, it gets cold enough, it rains, humidity's on point, it gets warm enough, you're surrounded by forest everywhere.
You can have guns.
You could have guns. I mean, not like Arizona, because America over here, but like I can have silencers for any of my guns, and I can have full automatic weapons in Arizona. Yeah.
What? With like
silencers
a permit
are
or?
complete. Well, if you want to get a permit, but silencers are completely legal here in Arizona.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you just apply for it and they give it to you, bro.
I didn't know that.
That's insane.
Yeah, we have 50 caliber sniper rifles.
Oh my
You
god.
can buy a tank.
For
You
no
can
reason.
buy bro, you could buy
Why
Apache
do-
helicopters. You
Who
could
the fuck needs
buy,
a 50 cal?
bro. Do you got it, bro? There's people here in Arizona that have so much weapons in their house that they can supply a small militia. Like, it's not even a fucking joke. Like, the houses here in Arizona, in certain areas, they have like the basement, but the basements are built out and people turn them into gun vaults, and they have like,
Fucking
you know,
insane.
$250,000, $500,000 arsenal in there of just guns. You know, I have a buddy that he builds AR-15s over here. You know, like, how do you want it? You know, full carbon fiber, full automatic. Like, that's fine. It's all game. Do you have a state ID? All right, good. You're good to go. Here's your bill of sale. You know, nice doing business with you.
Jesus Christ.
And we don't have school shootings like that here in Arizona. So it's
nice.
not a guns kill people, it's people kill people.
That's what I said. I'm not
Can't you
sure.
fucking-
But I was gonna say.
So he said if question mark, huh? I'm not. I wasn't. I was kind of reading something. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but
How frequently are there like school shootings there with like all of these like attachments and shit being legal?
Barely. There's barely any because your teacher has a fucking what's it called, a magnum on the hip. Like, there's barely any school shootings.
Yeah, okay, I get what you're saying. Everyone else has a gun, so the kid's like, he's gonna get gunned down. Okay.
But put it this way, here there's no road rage incidents how you see in other states. When I first moved here, I saw this dude from New York. He had road rage on the highway and he got out of his car, and the car behind him that he was approaching pulled out a 45. And let me tell you, the guy just got back in his car and drove away very peacefully. There was no
Jesus.
crashing into things or anything like that. Like, you just don't, bro. Everybody here strapped. Like, my boy carries an AK in the car on the passenger seat just for shits and giggles. Like,
Yeah, I've heard a
there's
bunch of crazy
no-
shit about.
Yeah, there's no, like, our ammunition. We can carry any type of ammunition. Your guns can have extendo clips on it with no problem. You can have a 400 bullet drum on your pistol.
See,
No
that's
problem. It could be a fucking, what is it, a Glock 21 that's a full automatic Glock. That's fine.
I always said if you want to get a gun permit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you don't need a gun permit here. The only thing you need a gun permit here for is concealing it. But people are so prideful here that they don't conceal their
Why
weapons.
do I
Like,
conceal
the hell?
it? I want you to know I'm carrying in case you're trying to get crazy.
Exactly.
Somebody said first time they heard about Minutemen killing migrants in Arizona. I haven't even heard of that. The Arizona border. I'm not sure what that is about.
Yeah, that actually happens a lot. Like, where they'll open fire on
That's fucked
immigrants
up.
and stuff like that. Yeah, that's fucked up. But to their defense, we have a lot of cartels here, so you don't know if those immigrants are actually cartel members, because it's
Right.
happened a lot where they, they'll pull out their guns and that's it. RIP.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
So-
there's probably a lot of it for fun.
It's
like-
crazy here.
Yeah.
There's no road rage incidents at all. Like, it's very peaceful. People are idiots at driving here. Don't get me wrong. They're fucking stupid, but people don't complain like that.
I want these lows to get taken, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, the S&P is just theta burning people trading options right now. It's not giving you enough range. Like, every little pop sells off,
Yeah.
leaving a wick. Somebody just sold 26,000 shares of the S&P 500, so you should see a nice little pullback right here. There's not enough buys covering that sell.
Nasdaq looks cleaner than the S&P. I will say again.
Yep. Oh God, Joe Biden's talking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, question: cash account or margin account?
For what?
For trading options.
Yeah, I was just gonna, because Casper's saying that SMC concepts apply better to it, so I was just gonna find a stock that I fuck with.
Well,
Yeah, they do apply.
I would say I mean, they do, but the thing is, you got to options are there's a lot more to options that can come into
So
into play.
The way I suggest you trade it, like you use, in this scenario, Wyckoff is super important, because you would have to find your schematic on your stock, whether on a bigger time frame, so like the 4 hour. Like I'll give you an example because I did a trade using Wyckoff and Smart Money Concepts. It was a Tesla trade. Everybody thought Tesla was going to go down, but I looked at Tesla. It was an accumulation schematic, just based on what it looked like. I got into to $800 calls at $660. And the calls went from $2,000 to $35,000 a call. And it took 2 weeks. The way that I did that was using Smart Money Concepts and Wyckoff. But you also have to do Smart Money Concepts and Wyckoff on the option itself. Because the options have charts. So you have to combine because like Casper said, there's external and internal, or extrinsic and intrinsic events that affect the options contracts. So, it's very difficult to do it. The way that you use margin is not like that. You don't, because options are gambling. The way you use margin is you trade your cash account and you build up. Like, I'll give you an example. I built my cash account from $20,000 when I joined Playbit when they opened the server to $245,000. I marginalized my account, and then I was able to pull money out of my account. And I still have the same buying power because I'm leveraging my stock against that. And instead of trading big positions and options, like I can do what Divine does, where he buys 100 contracts, but that's just not in my risk management because, personally, I understand options and the Greeks in a different way. And I know that, hey, not only does price affect my stock, but volatility does. So if I buy 100 contracts, if I'm doing that, the risk to reward on that is horrible. How are you going to go put 25,000 into a trade to make 8,000? Like that just doesn't make sense. At least not with my current risk management that I do, because I could just go my funded, risk $1,000 and make 10 grand. Like that just, you see where the disconnect is. So
Yes.
I do not suggest you use margin to trade options.
All right.
Build up your cash account, go look at the stock, work Smart Money Concepts on it, trade it like that for like 2-3 months. Then in 2-3 months, you'll be like Mr. Worldwide, where he only trades Tesla, and the way he trades, he's risking a lot, but it's in a more risk managed style. So he's able to buy, $5,000 worth of options and get 40% on it, and then he's out. For options trading, that's good risk to reward. But if you look at like a Smart Money Concept trading person, the main focus is to have the smallest stop possible, where you're not going to fuck yourself in the position, So like when I trade indices, I personally aim for a 10 to 12 pip stop loss, just because when I trade the NASDAQ, I'm in a 10 lot, 20 lot. So that's $200 a pip it could go against me. So I'm risking, $2,000 to make 15, 20. Like my best position that I ever made was like 35 to 40,000 off of a $200 risk. And, that was fucking wild. And then I tried it again and I lost $200 like fucking, I don't know, 5 times in a row. It was fucking crazy. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Well, that shit doesn't happen all the time.
No, it's
So Yeah, it was because I kept making my stops that tight. So
And I
You know,
shouldn't have cut
in
this GJ.
hindsight, I should have been sizing out of that big position, and I should not have made that much money on that position, which induced me to, get high off of winning and trying to do that every single time. It would have been better for me to make 10 grand and, not lose 4 trades in a row because I'm being, greedy. You feel me? So do it with the stocks. Just watch the stock back test, forward test like Casper does all the time. Don't take it with live funds. The charts aren't going anywhere. Stock market was here before us. It'll be here after us. There's no need to rush into it. It's definitely a good strategy though. You just have to pick a liquid stock.
Affordable stock that you would recommend?
Tesla, Boeing. Let's see. Damn, this dude just dropped Qualcomm's name. What is QCOM doing?
Biden.
Yeah, and then he just dropped North Carolina's name, but he dropped Qualcomm, so Qualcomm should be pumping. Any chip maker should pump. But yeah, another one to trade is I've seen people trade NVIDIA a lot. So I personally like trading FANG, which is the stocks within the NASDAQ that hold the highest value: Facebook, Amazon, Google, Apple, shit like that. But the biggest movers would be Boeing, Tesla, and shit. The next one, it varies because it could either be Google or Facebook because of how much market value they have. But if you want to make good money, just watch Tesla. Like Tesla is one of my favorite stocks. It follows TA. You can ask Casper. It follows TA.
Tesla's pretty clean, bro, for real.
It's like trading the NASDAQ.
It's the only thing I really watch, like as far as any stocks.
Apple is good, but it moves too slow. So that's why I didn't mention Apple. But Apple's the heaviest weight in the NASDAQ, in the S&P. They're the largest stock, period. So if you're trading NASDAQ, I suggest you watch Apple and Tesla because they'll make the move to the downside or to the upside first. And you'll be like, oh shit, market buy or, market sell. But other than that, just watch Tesla, bro. You'll catch like Mr. Worldwide, bro. He catches like at least in the past 2 months that he's been trading it like that. Every day he's made at least $2,000 to $5,000 off of Tesla. Like religiously.
I can use Webull for this, though, right?
You can definitely use Webull. Jolman uses Webull.
All right. After I give them all of my information and my soul.
Yeah, but like do the Casper, bro. Forward test, back test. Apply the concepts that you've seen in his videos, and get used to the price action. And then when you really feel confident, go back and watch it some more, and then you can go trade it. Because the worst thing is, studying and then you catch an L, and then it's going to take your morale away. Yeah, but exactly. You really didn't make much of a mistake. It could have been like just a fucking you missed a fair value gap on a certain time frame, and you're like, oh fuck, now you're beating yourself up about it. Just you got this.
Man, I'm gonna take this imbalance off my chart. It's fucking with me, the 4070, because it's already been hit. What I could see happening here on the S&P, sweep down under here, potentially reverse, and then take out all these early shorts, and then maybe some downside. The narrative I potentially see.
Yeah, that sounds sweet.
But it could also go from here, to be quite honest with you. Because theoretically, it would be just holding 5-minute bullish structure here. We could be just confirming after sweeping the lows right here, because you came into the zone. If we refine the 5-minute zone to this 1-minute zone, like that doesn't have to get swept. We came into it, swept the lows, displacement, break of structure, but I'm personally wanting those lows to get swept. We have this little tiny 5-minute fair value gap, but
Yeah, I'd like those looks to get swept too.
yeah, I mean, I could see it go without it, to be quite honest, but the risk to reward just isn't there to this high. I mean, it's just not.
Yeah. I think the move is gonna happen at like after lunch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just because, like, I mean, we've been in a tight ass range.
I agree too. I think it's about to just kill premium for people that are trading. You know,
For
SPY
sure.
0 days.
Retail sees a
SPY.
bullish flag there. You see a bull flag, the retail.
Yeah.
Bro, what is this guy talking about?
He doesn't know.
Bro, Biden is fucking.
His earpiece is fucking up.
Yeah. He's talking about how we cured AIDS or something, and I'm like, whoa,
Wait,
son,
what?
hold on. Yeah, you see? That's exactly what that's why I was like, bro, shit, what the fuck? We didn't cure AIDS.
It's like, no,
we
Joe,
cured
no, we did not
certain
clear AIDS.
forms of AIDS, but not like. It's more to the joke of Cat Williams when he did hit one of his first stand-ups that he literally said that in the future there's gonna be a shit ton of people with AIDS and you're just gonna take your AIDS pill. You pop that bitch one a day and you're good to go. And literally right now we have that type of tech where, you know, if they caught it early enough, you take a suppressant pill and you can pass a blood test. You won't show up as being infected with AIDS. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
S&P hella sus right now, bro. Everybody's just getting burnt that's trading this. Well, I mean, not everybody. I'm sure there are people, but if anything, this is where you'd want to see a
I
move
mean, you
down.
could even see it in the time. I have this thing called time and sales, which is what we call the tape,
Oh yeah, yeah.
right? And it just, bro, it looks so funky right now. Like you're getting orders that come in to buy 1,500 shares of SPY, and then they'll sell off 300, 500, 200, 300, 500, 200, and then buy the same position back, and then 300, 500, 200, and it's just like rinse and repeat. And they're literally making like 10 cents on the shares, but they're trading it so often that, you know, it's adding up.
Right. What the fuck? Dr. Disrespect is a playable.
Right here.
Wait, what?
Holy shit. You should see a little pump right here on SPY on the S&P. I
Or
don't know.
the
I
big
just saw.
the tape.
Yeah, I just saw like. I'll post the screenshot so you can see what I just saw. Like we're literally talking about like red right now, and then this happened. This all happened within 1 second.
So he said, why aren't I looking at NOS right now when I had better PA all day? Because I think the NOS opportunity is gone. I think both of them are probably gone at this point. We'll see, though. I mean, it's still pretty early. I mean, we could – usually I don't really trade during the lunch hour. The only reason I was considering it is because of the news that came out. But the NOS PA that was really clean was down here, right here. That would have been the entry right there. I like watching I usually trade the S&P more. I don't know why. I know a lot of people trade NOS more, but what's this, Aljo? Let me see. Oh, the tape.
All that came in 1 second. It just showed up on my screen like, what the fuck?
And those are all bids?
Those are all bids.
Yeah. Look at that one.
Like, what the fuck just happened?
It's algos going to work.
Yep, they're making them algo. Oh, somebody just bought fucking, yeah, it's gonna pump. Somebody just bought what, 47,000, 48,000 shares of the S&P. Yeah, the buying pressure is definitely there.
I wanted S&P to go down for these lows and go into this imbalance. We could still potentially get it after lunch, but I don't think NOS has cleared the highs yet on anything or NQ. Oh no, it has. This my broker or not my broker. My chart's just fucked. Did it clear it? I know it's a tick away from clearing the highs. That's so whack, bro. Like, what the fuck? Why is my Awanda's on that fuck shit today? That's so stupid.
Nvidia should have caught that pump because of the chips were. Yeah, it did. It moved a full dollar to the upside.
Oh, Nvidia looks fucking gas in the monthly. Why does it want to do that all the time? Like, I don't know. Honestly, Nvidia doesn't look bad on the weekly.
Hey Joel, check out Shopify, right? And check out Docu. And then the last one to check out would be Net, N-E-T. Check out those 3 tickers.
I got you. Is there a
Yeah.
certain time frame I should be looking at?
Nah, you'll just look at it and be shocked. That's what happened in those tickers.
Oh, what the hell?
Yep.
Wait, what happened? Is this a certain sector?
Net is cybersecurity. Docu is like documents and cybersecurity, I guess you could say. And then you already in Shopify.
Yeah. I wonder what caused the weekly sell-off like that. So much imbalances on the way up.
Yeah, so Docu had earnings yesterday. It pulled back 50% of the move. So it was up 20-something%, pulled back 50% into its fair value gap. And it's slowly curling up to the upside now.
Yeah, it looks like it wants to come straight for those highs at like 77 for real.
Right?
I can't get over
What
how
is it, under
fucked these
target
charts
also?
are, bro. Like, are all the knots 100s like that?
They're all like that unless you're looking at the futures chart.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so the reason why I use the futures chart is because I have a watch list somewhere where I put all the NAS pairs, and when I used to pay for premium, because I stopped paying for that shit because I don't need it,
Yeah.
I pulled them all up on the charts and compared them, and the one that was the most consistent was the futures chart.
Yeah, that's crazy that they're this
So I
far
was
off.
like, oh, okay, I'll use this. Because originally I wanted to use SPX 500 and NAS 100 because that's what, is most commonly used.
Yeah, that's what I use, but now this makes me not want to. I like the daily
Did you
views of
play
these a
this-
little bit better.
Did you play that shop daily algo? That triple bottom, swept it, and immediately bounced? That is so fucking
I had
clean.
shares. So I haven't
Do you
been
think it's
wanting
coming to the
to.
45 high?
Yeah, it might even blow that and, make a new high.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, this looks so clean. I love the
Yeah.
setup.
So Robbie and Glacier were talking about it, I want to say like a month ago. Something like that. Whenever it was at the lows, They were talking about it, and I bought 100 shares.
Eesh. Yeah, I mean, shit, it's already up 18% from the lows.
Yep. It's crazy.
I need to start looking at like random pictures like this again. Like I've gone too like hyper focused on large caps again, like Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, and then I forget about all the other random tickers. I just be moving like crazy.
If you want my watch list, it's quite big.
Yeah, but
If I say so myself, it's 319 tickers, but it's what I use to, like if
yeah,
I'm
for
making
sure,
a
'cause
watch list,
I need to diversify.
you know,
Just more things to look at, honestly.
yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, like all these large caps pretty much look like SPY in the Nasdaq chart anyway. So it's like trading
like-
the same setups.
Like the Real's up 15% today, Peloton's up 12%, AMC 11% with GME, Riot is up 10%. You know, it gives you, this list gives me a general outlook at the market because there's a lot of tickers that I play, like MELI. People don't really trade that. But that's up 5%. But in options, we would have made a killing. Why? Because it's up $50 for the day.
Yeah.
So like, you know, that's
So there's
50
another
delta.
one that went stupid today.
Yeah. Another one that I used to trade a lot is Chipotle, CMG, and the last one is Service Now, ticker's NOW.
Word. I'm about to add some of these to my watch list.
And then if we get into like travel and shit, I'd be looking at Booking and Expedia. So Booking moved $62 today. So you could just imagine the deltas on your contracts.
Yeah. Sheesh.
Yeah. And one stock to stay away from, Adobe. Don't trade that. It's on the list, but just look at it. Don't trade it.
I was gonna say, I think I traded like
theta
one
burns.
time. That's got like shit spreads, right?
Yeah, and the theta burn is fucking real, bro.
Word.
Like it's bad. And if you like chip stocks, one of my favorites to trade is LRCX. Very cool stock.
Does BP pay pretty good dividends?
They do, but if you want a good dividend stock, I would go for IRM. They're very secure. I also like
AT&T's good, aren't they?
BlackRock. Yeah, AT&T. I own 100 shares in my Robinhood portfolio. Oh, the best company that I own is called Masabi Trust. It's MSB, right? They're trading at like $24 a share. It went up to $33 to $40 a share. But every quarter on 100 shares, I get paid out $84 to $200 for owning 100 shares. It's called MSB. Masabi.
I got that one. You were talking about a different one before that.
IRM.
IRM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lunch is over. We should see some volume pick up in the next little bit.
Gotcha. Let's see. The last dividend they paid out was 61, 61 a share, I believe. And then the previous one was also 61. So they're paying $61, 61 cents a share.
And that's quarterly, right? When you're talking dividend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to get paid every month, I suggest you buy a company called Realty. They pay, I think it's like 25 cents a share. They're quite expensive, but it's a aristocratic real estate company, what we consider the aristocrats of the stock market. You know, it's companies that have paid their dividend out for longer than, I think it's like 40 years, and they haven't missed a payment or reduced the payment size. So they're one of the people that I own their shares. It's just O. And the company's called Realty, but it's just O. They're really good for divvies. Who else? I own a bunch of dividend stock. It was my main focus for a while. I own a gold miner called Caledonia Mining. It's CMCL. They're pretty good. On 100 shares. I have drip on them, and well, I own more than 100 shares now because of drip, but they're good. Another one is ABBV, ABBV. I own them. Fucking awesome company. AB is another company that I use. And then the last one I could suggest is called DEA. They rent properties to the government. So it's real estate that the government is renting that I don't see, you know, unless America goes bankrupt again and JP Morgan has to bail us out, I don't see it going anywhere. And energy transfer, ET.
What's the realty company called? EEA? Or the ticker?
There's there's DEA, and then you have O and AB, and where's the other one? Yeah, I just suggest those. And another one I own is Walgreens, so WBA is a good one too. I'll put them all right there in the stock chat for you guys.
These reactions, these little fair value gaps are pretty nice. I don't feel I need to participate yet, but it's mapping out price. Getting pretty close to these highs. It's just weird because, like, for a little bit there, I kept forgetting that the highs hadn't been taken on futures, but they have. It's just crazy to me how far off NOS is, though. Like, bro, that's a far ass ways. That's literally almost 100 points off.
Oh, that's right. It's King Charles now. That's right.
King Charles. No,
Yeah.
Prince Charles.
Oh, well, his mama died.
No,
so-
no, I know. Just saying.
Yeah, that's him, right? That's Charles. I
Yeah,
don't want to
it
get
is.
it wrong.
It
The
is.
old dude.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like his mama was about to outlive him. Like, what the fuck?
They all got some fucking
That
secret
adrenochrome
meds.
hit different,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, exactly. Literally.
Fucking Chipotle should do a stock split too, man. Their shit is like fucking almost $2,000.
Bro, that was my biggest L of my life. Why do I say that? I saw that shit at $400 a share, and instead of buying that, I bought BlackRock shares because BlackRock pays a big ass dividend, right? BlackRock went from $200 to $600, $700, $800, right? Chipotle went from $400 to $2,000. I'm so pissed, bro. Like, what?
That's fucking insane. Like, what makes? I mean, they're a fast food chain. Yeah. Well,
Quality of food. They were the only ones that were prepared for
COVID,
for the pandemic, because they're the only company that had a whole section dedicated to go orders prior to the pandemic happening. So when that happened, their sales shot up because they were the only ones prepared. So there was no downtime for them. It was just go time. So their sales increased. That increased revenue. They brought back the 2 different meats that they had on the menu that weren't there. Bro, it was fucking crazy. But it's their actual business
Also,
model that made them worth that.
A lot of people started using their rewards program a lot more too, and that's basically like a bank for them. Like everyone that buys like gift cards and shit like that, that's just free cash.
Can you guys believe that McDonald's passed up on that company? Like, they used to own it, and then they said fuck that.
Jesus, big L. Yeah, we've been on for a minute
McDonald's had the opportunity to buy out Chipotle, is what you're saying, or?
They used to own it, I believe, and then they didn't agree because the people that the board members of Chipotle wanted to keep the integrity of the quality of ingredients, and McDonald's wanted to, McDonald's it.
Fuck, dude.
So
they're like, we have this guac in these packets with these chemicals, man. It'll be way cheaper.
Bro, it's like McDonald's they used to have their milkshakes were powdered. It was powder mixed with water. That's what their milkshakes were before.
GMOs taste fire, though. As someone who grew up on GMOs
he said them GMOs hit different.
You know what hits different that people shy away from? MSG. MSG hit different.
Bro,
if you add MSG to your food, it's so delicious.
People don't shy away from it in the South. Fuck. There's this place called
in New York City, dude. No lie.
Bro, there's this place called Pals. It's in like Eastern Tennessee.
Yeah, GMOs hit different, bro. Like artificial sugar, that shit used to slap.
Hell yeah.
Glenda?
What was it? Domino sugar. That shit. That was it.
It's just not doing shit.
We're all just sitting here watching grass grow.
Yeah.
I'll probably be getting off here pretty soon.
It feels like I'm trying to watch a tree grow. Like that shit, bro.
Fuck grass. We're watching a tree.
Yeah. 100 years later, grew an inch. Fuck, bro.
I mean, it's kind of weird because it's like we haven't really shown necessarily what I would consider the desire to go much higher, but I can't get over. I don't know why, but that we're not over this. Like, I'm just interested to see how this plays out because that's crazy. Like, I've never seen that much of a difference. Like, even like the SPX one is like pretty crazy, but the NOS one is like, bro, that shit is fall. I guess they're actually the same. I'm just looking at it from a different perspective. Like, that's insane. If anything, I would expect more up just because of how the news came out and manipulate all these shorts out. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. It's breaking out.
Maybe it has to go up there. Shit, guys. I'm probably about to sign off, but yeah, it's a good stream today. I'm glad more people were in here talking. It's way better than me just going over stuff. It's like a little podcast, TA podcast. But
Yeah, it's fucking awesome listening to everybody.
hell yeah. Well, fuck, I appreciate everybody coming through. I won't be doing anything on YouTube for this weekend. Tomorrow with Playbit, you guys know we'll be doing the private class, and then on Monday we'll be back doing the stream. So until then, you guys stay up, don't get liquidated, get outside, touch some grass this weekend. Yep. Until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.